Oh, I actually made a comment because he's listening to the show, and he said, "Hey, Keenan, what does a helicopter sound like?" And I'm like, "I don't know what." Not even thinking that he listened to the episode, and then he went, and I was like, "You bitch,
You fucking asshole. With my own friends.
That's what I get for telling people to listen to my podcast. My podcast. Yeah, there. When is the special event where I would be doing this?
Oh,
Technically solo.
ladies and gentlemen, you're going to hear it here first. So I'm.
Are you recording? What the fuck, Joe?
What? Oh, you're right.
God,
Sorry.
I didn't even know.
Welcome,
I didn't-
Welcome all.
Jesus.
To episode 92 of the None of Our Business. Is it 92 or 93?
Let's make it 92 so we know
can't just
how
make
many.
it.
I don't know. I didn't even know we were in the 90s.
What do you mean?
I thought Deech was 89.
No, he was 90. He was episode 90.
Oh,
so
that's
that was
right.
Like 2 weeks ago?
Okay, so then we're 91 then.
No.
Because we didn't do a show after Deech.
Yeah, we. Wait a minute. You're right. Wait, no. Maybe he's 91. 90. Okay, so yeah, we're 92. Okay.
What?
Welcome one.
Who's 90?
90 was
Who was before Deech? Whoops. We shouldn't be talking about this while we're live on the
no,
show.
it was Juan.
Oh, Juan. Okay, yeah. Juan's yeah.
Um,
So Deech was 90 and Juan was 91. Because Juan was our last guest. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Just correction on the pod. Poop.
So welcome one. Welcome all to episode 92 of the None of Our Business podcast. We are your hosts. Keenan, CNN Dunkaroos, C-Section, C-Notice, C-3PO, see your way out of here, Keenan Duncan. And I'm Joe. As you can tell, we have no guests today because they're all trash. Hey, yo, heard what I say. Heard what I did. Stupid ass trick.
That's my slow, sad beatbox intro.
Ah, damn it.
Because
I
I'm
was trying
slow
to do something, but
and it's sad.
what is going on with you, Keenan? Ever since you got here, you've been like a negative Nancy, just like so depressed and down. And
Maybe I am, Joe. Is this gonna tell me what
but you're
happens?
living your best life.
All the rich people have stuff.
They have
When
stuff.
you're at the top, all you got to do is come down and get knocked. I don't know what I'm saying.
You just stop. Just stop.
It was
please.
nasty.
What's going on with you? Get out of your little rut.
I can't. I woke up this morning. Even my masturbation was off. It was
Really?
Just, yeah.
It took 2 minutes, huh? Jeez. Took a lifetime.
Which is twice as long. How fast can you nut? What's
I
the
don't know,
quickest?
probably-
What's the quickest you went pow like a shotgun? Like
Spit
shot,
on my
like you
hand,
cocked
just
it,
like slapped my dick a couple times, got it going.
and then it just shot out.
Did a little bit of masturbation. I don't know. I could probably do it in
Like the quickest, like the fastest the one where you're like where you
hitting
surprised.
hard or like.
Well, okay, like you're already hard because you knew you're about to do it, so you're already thinking about it. So it's hard. It's like
I'm
it's
ready to go.
yeah. You're pitching like 3 tenths. You have one of those super tent pitch, and it's just like you start going, and then like a minute and a half later, you're like and you're like, oh shit, I didn't think I could do that quick. Do you have a minute?
I don't know. I could probably. I would say maybe 2 minutes.
I think the fastest was probably like a minute and a half, maybe less.
I just don't think I could stroke that hard to do it in 1 minute.
But when it
or that fat like that.
Okay.
I don't think my juices could get flowing to do it in a minute.
Maybe if you waited, because that's what happened to me. I waited for a long time, and I was ready to go, and then it was just because I waited. It you open the floodgates once you get like a few ribs.
It was like a minute or less.
Yeah, I put on my favorite porn.
I could probably.
And I was
say
like,
2 minutes.
I'm getting this done, and it wasn't. It was intentional to finish because I'm ready to go. I just want to bust it off, but it wasn't intentional to be so quick though.
I mean, don't you just want to get it over with quick?
Sometimes, but
See,
sometimes I want to be able to like enjoy it. But then
yeah,
it's like I feel like
I feel
somebody's
like
looking at me and I'm like, this is kind of weird.
I feel like maybe I average like 2 minutes and I'm like good, like I think maybe I could, because I mean I already know what I like. I know
You
how
put
I
on your best stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Sometimes I don't even need to put anything on. I just use my imagination.
you can do that.
Just goes.
That takes me a minute. I used to be able to do that younger. Obviously, we didn't
Say
have
I'm
the
in the
internet.
shower or something, just like
Yeah.
just thinking about the right thing. You know
See,
what I'm
it takes too long. If I'm using my own imagination,
saying?
it's like, oh my god, Joe. It's. I would say it's easily 2 to 3 times longer if I'm just trying to think about it
Mm-hmm.
while I'm rubbing it out instead of seeing some porno, which probably actually goes to the statistics of like I guess how bad porno is. Because if I was imagining, that means I last longer. But if I'm watching porno, it's a lot quicker, which is probably bad.
Why is it bad though? Isn't that
I
like
don't
more
know.
satisfying that you see what you want and you can just get it over with faster?
I'm pretty sure there's some type of correlation to like the effect of porn on the human male body and like stimulation or something. Maybe I don't know. I'm throwing stuff
Just
out there because I'm not a
spitballing,
medical doctor per
Not
se,
a-
but I like to question.
You're not a medical doctor, but you're some other type of doctor.
Yeah, I'm PhD in.
Pretty huge
Oh, really? I didn't think of
digital
that.
coordinate.
Oh God, that's a good one. I
Pretty
never
huge
heard that.
dick.
Yeah, I never heard that
I
before.
do got PhD. Pretty.
Is that a symptom? Uh,
Dick.
But yeah, so 2 minutes for Joe, minute and a half for Keenan, maybe a minute depending on what's going on.
Yeah,
But,
I think average is like 2 minutes. I could get it done like fairly fast.
and we're talking. I'm bringing this up as like the quickest, not like every single day I'm nutting for a minute and a half. Like no, it's some time. It takes some
Sometimes
time.
you like to take your time with it, and
Yeah, and then it's like a build up because I
see,
don't.
I can't. Like, it's just me. Like, I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm not trying to like.
Yeah.
I just want to get the nut out, and I'm good.
Release
Like,
the
solid.
demons.
Yeah, just.
This house is clean.
I've repented for my sins.
Okay, and then you sniff your finger. I don't think I ever sniffed in my own juices. I can smell it, but I never like sniffed it on my hand. No, I take that back. I probably did a long time ago.
Have we spoken about trying your own nut on the pod before?
Oh, tasting my own nut?
Yeah, tasting.
I think we did briefly, and then we went into a
Did we?
different subject.
I don't
The question
know.
is, did I ever answer the question? Would I taste my own nut?
Have you?
Yes.
Have you?
So
Yeah.
it's just
I'm
because
pretty sure everybody.
because
has.
I kissed the girl after after
Exactly.
the BJ. Yeah.
Yeah. Or,
Speaking of which, okay, so I just got on to another friend's podcast.
Mhm.
Just listening. They just started. I'm, encouraging, friends of friends, whatever, to do stuff.
You want to shout it out?
Yeah, it's called Dick Talk and Mimosas. I actually like the
Dick
title.
Talk and Mimosas.
Yeah. Really cool.
It's okay. So a girl runs it.
Yeah, all 3 girls.
Oh,
3
okay,
girls,
okay.
and that's the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So
continue.
it's all very little actually any at all. There was no little like man bashing or anything like that. It was very
Yeah, we
supportive
don't woman bash here.
and yeah, exactly. But I mean, people suspect that when you
I don't
hear
understand why people think that we're like. I don't
talking
know.
nasty about
yeah,
girls
some
and all
people
this
think
shit.
that. Yeah, because I've had
tried.
a conversation with a few people and they think like they haven't listened to it because they think that it's like something.
yeah, they
rude
hear
and
2
dirty
guys and it's like, oh,
I'm
I know
like
what it is.
y'all have no idea.
Yeah,
like,
we talk about video games, aliens, politics, psychology,
Yeah, we talk about a lot of shit. Like we're not
like-
just talking about dicks and
and women and
tits
cars.
and-
And,
yeah.
even though we talk
I mean,
about
we
cars
talk
in one
about
episode, but
everything. It's like
yeah.
I don't get that. Like I don't know.
And I was one of those people. So here I am listening to these ladies and thinking that, they at some point I'm going to hear them go negative on dudes and why they should do this and shouldn't do that. And it really wasn't. But there was one topic they talked about, but they didn't talk about thoroughly, which I hope they will do eventually. But the one thing that caught my attention, I was like going to ask you, is that one of them said that guys, which is, I wish they would change the dialogue. They would say most guys, or at least the guys they've been with.
they said most guys.
No,
or-
they said just guys in general. And I was like,
Okay.
don't generalize. But they said that guys do a 50-50 on whether to either have you nut on their face or them to swallow it. And I was like, for me, there's no competition. You always swallow. Like that feels the best. I don't feel good when I'm nutting on your face. It looks cool, I guess, but
I don't know.
If I had a choice, I would always do the swallow.
I've never taken to that ever. Like I've never been like, oh, let me fucking
nut on your
fucking face.
Like where do you want it? In your face? Like
I
no.
That I'm thinking. I don't think I've ever done that or been that dude that's like, here you go.
And I don't know their experiences. Maybe they like it or not, but they think, or at least one of them. I think one of them agreed, and the other one was like indifferent. But the person who was bringing this story out was like, shit. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, the statement was it felt very like, oh, because you see it in porno, you think guys like this. There was I didn't hear in the podcast of them or the person saying that I like it when dudes nut in my face. It was almost like, well, guys like it because they're very visual people and they want to see it on your face. And I was like, no, if I wanted you to swallow it, it feels way better. I can feel it, and I can, I know where it's going, so I don't need to see it. So the idea that guys want to nut in your face, I thought was like misleading because you're assuming that's what guys like based off of maybe a porno or some dude's telling something. But
I can't say I'm not.
Yeah,
good.
I wish they would. And they did
like
low
key disrespectful. Like I don't know. I feel like it'd be demeaning. Like I don't know. That's for me. It just doesn't.
Well, one of them said that they always swallow, and I was like, "Good for you!" I gave a big thumbs up.
If you always do like that, then that's cool. But like,
and for me, you don't even have to swallow. You can spit it out, or
put
it somewhere else. You don't have to actually.
From my perspective, the way I see that, like doing it on the face or swallowing, technically, like the swallowing part. That's really the woman's choice if she wants to do that or not.
Right.
She doesn't have to fucking swallow.
No.
But the nutting on the face, it's like a guy can just decide, fuck it, I'm just going to boom.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, and if you're giving me the option, I'm always going to choose the swallowing. I'm never going to say, I want a nut in your face.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Like, no. And then technically, like, I'm vocal enough to be like, yo, if I'm, if I'm about to ejaculate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm about to.
I say the same thing.
So it's like I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna fucking tell her. I'm just gonna bust in her fucking mouth. Like, no, that's fucking.
I never held my breath when I was about to bust in it. I would always tell the person, I'm about to come.
This is about to happen. And I'm giving you the option of whether or not you want to.
And
when
they stay there or they go, and they keep going. I just like grab the sheets and tilt my head back.
Curl your toes.
Yeah. Oh my God. But I just want to, because you can't, as far as I know, you can't call in or. I mean, I guess you can message on their Instagram, but it would have been nice to be able to be like, wait a minute, I'm a guy. That's not true. At least I don't. I'm pretty sure
can always
most
hit
of
them up like a
I could message a little bit later, but I'll let them get the ball rolling. It's just their first episode, so
but it's still good to show that support.
Yes. And I like the way they did it in the sense that I feel like I got real information from the female perspective from the three of them. Because it's not just one. It's not, you get three kind of personalities. They're not all the same. So you got some variance there. Obviously, they're not, ambassadors to the entire female culture. Right. But they hold some representation, I would assume, for knowing what goes behind the curtain,
Right. And obviously, you're giving us that info because, it's good to get a woman's perspective of, like, this kind of shit.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear it, by the way, if any ladies want to hit us up.
Yeah. Do you purposely give the option to nut on the face or swallow for your dude just because you think he wants to have that option?
And if you do like it in the face, like why? Like why? Like I
Yeah.
don't it
It boggles the man's
it
mind.
boggles my mind. Like why? Like why do you want that?
Now, when I see it in adult films, it's perfectly fine because I'm not there.
But then again, who cares? Like it's their choice. So if they like
It's
it, they
true.
fucking like it.
True.
So you know.
Yeah, I'm just on the fact that you shouldn't assume that your other partner, either guy or girl, doesn't matter, prefers a certain sexual act without even asking or thinking about it. Like, that's where I came with the question, because it seemed like she was very reassuring in her statement of giving out a 50-50 when it really may not be. And I was like, okay, who are the guys that are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
Because it was very general. It's like guys, and that's what I'm hoping, especially with listeners, you can catch me on anything I say, to try and get the idea of our language to be most men, most women, or some or a few, or better for me is the people that I've interacted with, yada yada yada, or the men that I know, yada yada yada.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a little not off-putting, but you can't. It's not it's too broad to say all
For
X.
anything, all
Yeah, like it's too broad.
And most people do that. The conversation I have, I would say 90% of every conversation I have with people, they will generalize something in their statement that is clearly an opinion or don't have enough statistical data. There's 6 billion people on this planet. There's no way anything can
Everybody masturbates differently. Everybody
Yes.
nuts differently.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Like, I'm just gonna put it out there, because fucking why
It's a
not?
number of business podcasts, Joe.
Like
92 episodes.
I prefer a woman sit on my face, and just go to town, and then just like whatever you gonna do on my face is what happens.
The weight is too much for me, because sometimes
Nah,
they don't
not
know.
for me, man.
I have to
Just
like
go
push
ahead.
them up, like, hey, you're trying to kill me. I need to breathe.
I can take it
Yeah.
off and just sit right here.
And just rub back and forth. But see, then you get her asshole rubbing against your nose.
Even better. Even
You see,
better.
ladies, some dudes like your butthole rubbed against their nose when you sit on their face.
What can I say? It's just a good feeling.
You get
know?
a smell of both ends. Oh, God.
It's everybody has their
Please
their
wash
likes
your
and-
ass. That's why
Yes,
you wash.
absolutely
Wash it,
do
perfume
that.
it, something, stain it. Put some
just make sure
lacquer.
you scrub really well. Like that's
Yeah, put some varnish on it.
and then just
And just drop it.
Just drop that thing.
Okay, well, if you're with me, don't put your whole weight on it, because I don't want to get choked out. See, I prefer the other way. I would either on all fours and I'm eating it from the back, or they're laying down on their back and then they can squish my head in. That's okay. That's fine, because then I can control the amount of pressure you're squishing my head in. Because I told you, I almost got choked out once.
Let me get that one.
I had to like lean out and breathe and go, and then go back in. And I was like, yeah,
Delightful.
it was good, but it's like I want to live.
I don't know, man. It's just something about it,
About getting sit on.
Yeah. It's absolutely delightful.
Okay, well, ladies, there's guys who like getting sit on, and there's guys like getting their face smushed. So
Yeah.
either or.
I'm a man of, I'm very it's a very broad spectrum of the likes that I have. It's
Of your sexual pleasures.
yeah. And then like, okay, so we're able to do it fairly quickly.
Oh, our masturbation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like I find it interesting that like for a man could just there's no it's not like, well, I guess for some it might be some sort of ritual where they set themselves up. They got the lotion, they got the they got the
Candles.
tissues. Maybe they put on some music to start feeling themselves, but for a man it's just like, nah.
Music ruins it for me.
Really?
Yeah, those collaborations
man, fucking
on
music.
like Pornhub with like music in the background, I can't do that. Turn the
Really?
music off. I got it. That's the voices. Those are much
I don't
better.
mind. I don't mind. Well, I don't mind it. I don't mind music.
Maybe it's because I don't. You know what? There's only been a few styles of music that I've actually banged it out to with a person. Not because solo, I just know music at all. But funny enough, it was like now it wasn't modern jazz. It was like classic jazz. So stuff like you would hear at like a cafe or something like that. Nothing where like the saxophone's going all crazy up and down. It's like a quartet or something like that.
Fun fact, ladies and gentlemen. If you've ever seen Fantasy HD,
What's that?
is it Fantasy or is it? Yeah, I think it's Fantasy HD. You can find it on your Pornhubs or your X videos.
Wait,
or
it's
your
an actual
YouPorns.
category? It's
No,
called.
there's a it's they're a production company.
Oh! I thought you were talking about like some type of selection. What's the name of
No,
this
it's
again?
called Fantasy HD.
What is that, like a toy thing?
It's a production company for porn.
Oh,
So if you've ever seen Fantasy HD, I was the one making the music for that
oh!
for a
I was
couple of
wondering where
years.
you're going with this.
So anytime you watch Fantasy HD, just listen out for my music.
Yeah,
I did that for a while. I think I get. I think I.
I think you played me one. I was like, oh fuck, I heard that before.
They have yeah. They have about Fantasy HD paid me for about 30 beats.
Is it weird that I nutted to one of your music?
Not at all. I'm glad. I'm absolutely elated that you nutted to my music. That's what I want. I want people to nut to my music. Like, oh, it's so good that I nutted. It was a perfect pairing with Girl on Girl.
Oh god.
Till it, mwah, chef's kiss.
Did you have to do that? Like analyze? Okay, so it's a
I
two
would.
guys and a girl. What kind of music fits best with this?
You know what's interesting is
What?
that once I had like the feel for once I had the feel for what the because this you know how they have like Bang Bus, they have
Yeah,
girls do porn, they have hot guys do having sex or whatever,
yeah.
or they do like so they have like these different kind of categories like a step sister,
Oh yeah.
or
That's a new one.
stepmom,
Those
like
are
all
blowing
these
up.
different. So Fantasy HD was one of those where it was like more sensual.
Okay.
It was supposed to be like a more sensual,
More romantic,
more intimate,
yeah,
romantic type of porn, but
Yeah.
it ended up just
being like all that
fucking porn.
trash.
No, I mean I tried to give it that little sensual twist, so I'd make beats that were like very like sensual, calm, soothing, like you'd get at a massage parlor or
Okay,
something, like
okay.
ambient noise and shit like that. So that I guess that's what set it apart.
hmm
I haven't listened to the shit that they're using now,
Oh, okay.
because this was some time ago. This was probably I don't know 7 years ago.
hmm
Um, yeah, maybe. No, it was probably like 7 years ago.
Okay.
But they have 30 of my beats,
Oh.
so that's 30 scenes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though in porn talk that's not a lot of scenes,
It's
'cause
like
they run through scenes
half
like-
an hour.
They do fucking 20 scenes in a day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of got a feel for it, and it took because these were 10 orders of 10.
Mhm.
So it took me to it wasn't until maybe like the second or third order that the producer, he didn't even hit me up anymore. He was just like, "Hey, I need this." Boom. And then I would put the beats together, send them over to him, and
Okay.
it was done. Um but those first three, he'd be like, "Oh, you think you could change this one a little bit and do this?"
Mhm.
And I got to the point by the fourth one, I was like, "I already know what you want." Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Put a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Boom, send it. And then he wouldn't even hit me back like with any revisions. He was just like, "Cool, perfect, run it."
Do
And
they
then I'd get the
not
check.
care about it or something, or are they just like too busy on other
No,
stuff?
I think
Because you
I
would get like back and forth, right?
yeah, but I think by the fourth time, like I already knew it so well that I was making the beats, and he didn't even need like revisions because I was already doing. I already knew the vibe that he wanted. So like he would probably breeze through and be like, "That's good, that's good, that's good." And it took till the fourth time where he didn't ask anymore. He
Okay.
just perfect, cool, thanks, boom, thanks. Here's your check. Here's your
Do you
check.
think if that was lucrative enough, you would still be in that business and not go into staging and scenery?
I would absolutely do it.
Yeah.
I would for sure continue to do that. But I mean, it's so sporadic You know, like I did it for 2 years, and I only did like 10.
Mm-hmm.
I only did like 10 projects with them, even though it was like, oh, actually they have more than 30 beats.
Yeah. You know, it's funny.
It's
It
like
seems
100
like.
beats that they got.
Oh
Holy
yeah.
shit!
Oh.
Yeah, because I was sending them 10 beats per project, and I did 10 projects with them.
Mm.
Holy shit! So there are 100 scenes out there that have my fucking music. So Fantasy HD, if you're on any your preferred porn site,
Fantasy HD doesn't have their own site like
I think they do.
Pornhub or something.
I think they do. They're like all these other ones. They're part of a network.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
It's a crazy business. And I was wondering if, since we're still on some of the subject of ladies and stuff like that and porn and whatnot, I was very curious today about a lot of these Instagram models, because I was
Let's not call them. Well, I
not
don't know.
Instagram models.
I'm
They're not models.
No, I'm not. No,
Oh,
no, I'm not gonna say they're not models because I mean, technically, they're modeling.
right.
They're taking pictures. They're
Yeah.
posting them, and they're getting paid for it. So you know, like, I feel like maybe I don't know. I have nothing against the formula of like the OnlyFans or the
Patreon.
IG, you know, models.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing against it. But it's like everything else in existence from I don't know, from oh, shit, what I'm trying to compare it to. It's like IPAs. When IPAs first like started, they were
Mm-hmm.
like solid and everybody loved them, and now there's an oversaturation of IPAs, and it's like,
Okay.
oh,
I think I see
fucking
where you're
another
going with this.
IPA. Oh, great. Or fucking what else can I anime. Even anime. It's oversaturated. There's so much of it that it's like you don't even know what the fuck to watch.
And now IG's blowing up with
And
a bunch
now
of
you
these
got
ladies.
these ladies, and some of them aren't even original about their shit. Like, how many times do I have to watch, like, me scrolling on IG and I see a girl, oh, this position is a good girl, this position is an angel, this position is a devil. Like, I've seen like 10 different females do that same video. Or, oh, when he, like, they have some music playing in the background.
Yeah.
When he says something, and they do like a little facial expression. Be original, ladies. If you want my money, you need to be a little more original. Be a little more creative than that.
Oh God.
I don't want to see fit Brit Liddy chick, or fit Brit Liddy girl, or a fit Brit Liddy
Something.
female, or you know, like y'all are the same. You guys are copy paste. You ladies are copy paste, and yeah, it's oversaturated.
Wow, Joe, you have something to say about that.
I do. Look, like I said, I have no issue if a lady's trying to get her money. That's fantastic. Go ahead, do that. Just be original about it, because now men are just like, okay. I follow a couple meme pages on Instagram, and these pages are like doing little ads for these girls, and they're like all the same girls, and it's like, yo. What? Be original.
Well, I questioned it when I saw one today, and I was wondering, like, what would they be doing if we didn't have an Instagram? I mean, we know because we lived in that time period, but like, no Instagram, no Facebook, no way to actually do a lot of these self portraits, you know, with the camera and stuff like that. I just thought about, like, what if it all
I'm
ended
sure they'd
today?
have like, well, okay. Here's the thing.
If it all shut down, how would you not do it? Would you find something else to do? Like, how dedicated to modeling are you if it all goes to shit? Because the modeling industry, there's a lot of women,
sure,
but not this
okay,
many.
Let me tell you something. I've noticed. Now I don't know, because this could all be it's all visual. It's all a fantasy. So it could be an IG. It's the picture perfect IG story, right? So a lot of these girls that are doing these videos and everything, like, if they're really like doing it from the ground up in themselves, then some of the videos they're posting, based on where they're doing these videos, they seem to live pretty good lives.
Uh-huh.
Like they seem to have some type of money or funds
It's not some
to
cheapo
live.
warehouse.
Yeah, like these girls that are doing like these OnlyFans and
Hmm.
and all these videos, they're doing it's not they're backed by something.
Yeah.
So it's not like they didn't come from something.
Hmm.
Um, I'm gonna be specific with the white girls
Okay.
because they're like I see all these like videos and they're like they have like pretty good living conditions.
The background is
So
like it's
yeah,
not some
yeah,
apartment in
exactly,
Skid Row or some shit.
exactly. It's not like really from the ground up like some of these females who
Yeah.
maybe live in a single or like
Hmm.
who are really trying to do it from the ground. Some are a little better off that have families who are well off.
Hmm.
So I'm sure if this service wasn't available to some of these girls,
Yeah.
because some of these girls are also college girls who are,
Yeah. Yeah.
who are maybe bored. I don't know.
Hmm.
Um, so I imagine that if this service wasn't available or there wasn't Instagram or they couldn't do all, I'm sure they would probably have some type of career or do something because some of them look like they're a little better off.
Oh, I was thinking that they wouldn't. I was curious if they would pursue it in a way that was legit. Like you would go to modeling agencies, because that's how you used
I don't
to
think
do
they
it.
would.
You
No.
would go to modeling agencies. You would get an agent. You would
I don't think so.
try out for pageants.
This
But you don't have to do that now.
they don't have to do it.
literally so easy. Anybody and your mama
Yeah,
can do
but
it.
what
and
I'm
they
saying
are.
is, if there wasn't access to
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
then they probably wouldn't even be doing these type of
That,
things.
that's
They'd
why I'm posing the
probably
question.
doing, like,
Yeah,
they'd get like an actual career
Yeah.
or finish college
Yeah.
or things like that.
you
I'm
wouldn't
just
go to a. You wouldn't try and model for something,
No.
or compete in some type of modeling.
The only
thing.
reason they're doing this is because it's so easily accessible.
And that's where my question's
Yeah.
coming from. When I was looking at it, I was like, wow, it's crazy because it makes it, the accessibility makes it seem like it's promoting a stereotype. And that stereotype is the female trying to look pretty, and dressing up and the makeup and the dollhouse and stuff like that, which I am coming from of a perspective of that is not true, or
Right.
that it's classified as a stereotype. Yet when the accessibility is easy, it almost fits. It almost seems like it comes naturally, or like it's a natural part of the feminine world, which it really shouldn't be. And I
Right.
know it's not, but when in like in ridiculous increase of females posing pictures of themselves in lingerie or fancy suits and dresses and stuff like that, just to post it on this platform. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff where I go, what are you doing on your normal day-to-day life? Does this take up
They're
your
probably
whole
college
day?
girls. They're college girls.
Well, some of them look old too. I mean, you have
Yeah, there are
the
some older.
30 plus women
And
stuff,
again, this is all speculation. This
Yeah,
is
from
coming
what I
two
see.
dudes we don't know.
yeah.
But it seems like for certain females, this is really just something to do, like because they look like they're.
But I'm
quite well
I'm
off.
also bringing the question of concern too. Like if it is just something to do, and this is the only thing that you're doing, I feel like it kind of takes away the creative brain mindset that you have to be something more than just taking photos of yourself in lingerie clothes.
Exactly.
Like I feel like a lot of these women can provide more to our culture and society besides, I don't know how long it takes, but uh, posting a lot of pictures of yourself. I think that, and I want to bleed this into a lot of other things that I see too of people just posting things in general. Like I would see Instagram profiles of people posting pictures of their breakfast and then them clean up the dishes and then doing something 5 minutes after that and then 5 minutes after that and then their stories and then, oh, I'm at the beach and I'm riding a skateboard, or I'm in the sand playing, or I'm enjoying the sunset, or there's so much stuff that I think us humans are just spilling out, almost like we're so desperate to show other people that we exist.
Yeah. Because we are.
Coming from, and probably pretty much people our age or older, like, yo, we did. Joe's showing me this
Like,
on Instagram, and it's. Do we say who this person is, or do we not care? Does it matter? Doesn't
well,
matter.
this is the Hood Ratchet TV IG.
Okay.
I used to follow them because they had like funny ass memes
Yeah.
sometimes and videos, but now
It's just a
it's
bunch of
nothing
pretty
but
women
like
doing stuff.
these women that pay for them to advertise them. See,
Yeah.
like, let me find another one. And this dude, like, he's just getting paid by these girls to do
Stuff like that.
like.
Yeah.
So this girl's just sitting with some
Sticking
cat
her
ears,
tongue
sticking her
out.
tongue out,
Yeah.
and that's the video. Like,
And yes, she's cute, but that's all you did. And that's supposed to be entertaining. And a lot of guys, and then here's a lady twerking on yoga. Can I borrow that for like 5
there's
minutes?
like
Two,
and
a
the
minute and 30
funniest thing to
seconds?
me is that like these videos are like, even though they're different girls, they're all
Mhm.
doing the same shit. Like, be
And what
original.
about the content of what do you call it? Ratings of some, because this is all it's all free access. There's no system where it prevents. Let's I'm hypothetical here, but like let's just say, uh, does Instagram have like a child safety feature or something like that? No. Okay.
Well, they don't allow children like under a certain age to join.
So when
Instagram.
you sign up, but see, a kid can easily sign up as
At
a
a
different
different age.
person
Yeah,
with a different age.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it doesn't require a credit card like certain pornos back in the 90s did. So you can create a fake profile and then just start typing in whatever you want in the search. And then these kids can look at and see whatever they want.
Yeah, Instagram, it has like, okay, because it's algorithms and all their shit is all fucked up, man. Even their vetting system or like for them screening like accounts and doing all these things, it's all fucked up. All
Mhm.
fucked up. Like they'll post like, I'll give you an example. So let's say Vogue posts an artistic picture of a woman topless,
Mhm.
and it's Vogue, and they post this picture, but it's because it's artistic. A lot of times Instagram won't even look at it. They'll be like, they won't screen it. They'll let them post it, but then there'll be a girl, like a girl or a model or or a photographer that posts a similar picture that's artistic, but because it shows nipple, like Instagram will flag it and take it off immediately. So there's a huge bias on what on who's actually monitoring these accounts and vetting, because same thing though, you'll see a picture, like a provocative picture of a child, and they won't take it down, and it's like, or there'll be these accounts that advertise like, sex with young girls and shit like that.
Oh.
And because I flagged a shitload of them, and then sometimes they'll hit me back. Well, this account isn't necessarily uh, um, fuck. Why am I drawing a blank?
Uh, viewable or
No, they're
accessible?
not like, no, they're like
Popular.
um
I'm trying to help you out. Come up with the word.
no,
Oh.
they're fuck. Why am I
I'm not
drawing a
finding-
blank on this word? I'm having a brain fart.
his intensity of
Like they're
passionate frustration is blocking his brain. It's like, I want to say it and bash him so
I
bad.
can't even think of. But
Cancel
even
culture.
Even Instagram is blocking me, man. But
Yeah,
like they say that they're following their guidelines, and it's like, no, they're not, dude.
like what are your guidelines?
Yeah,
then?
like then what the fuck are you guidelines? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've flagged or reported accounts
Mhm.
because they have like some.
There were
weird shit, man.
some videos that show people getting like hit by cars and stuff. Of course they
Or even
survive,
that
but
shit.
like,
And they do a little screen like, this is a graphic video.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, I can't. So I have a group chat on IG with some of my friends.
mm,
That and we just post a bunch of different shit and talk dumb shit.
Yeah.
But one of them like likes to fucking post videos of like dudes getting decapitated or getting
I remember you
shot
telling
in
me
the
this.
head.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, dude, why?
Yeah.
Why do you need to watch this shit, and why do you need to share it? Like,
Right,
it's
right.
unnecessary. I don't fucking want to see people being decapitated. I don't want to see that shit. Like, it's
And this is why I like the beauty
so
of the
dumb.
internet, because it brings out what humans really are. The spectrum of the entire human race
horrible.
is brought out thanks to the internet, and we can all witness it and see it. People will deny it and say humans are awesome, but there's tons of other stuff we can show you how we're not as awesome as you think we are.
Oh, we're definitely not.
Yeah, yeah,
Human beings are fucking trash.
yeah.
I will continue to say that for the rest of my life.
And we are human beings, and we know we're trash.
Yeah, I'm a
Yes.
human being. I know I'm trash. Man. I mean, it's just a weird.
I just have a lot of I have like a laundry list of questions for that because I wasn't even looking at people that I know model because I know people that
Yeah.
do model, and I will support and like their pictures and stuff like that, and they'll get like legitimate photographers and they'll get like great settings and they'll go on location stuff like that, and those are super cool. But it's just some of the ones that I see where it's like they look like strippers who are out of work, with their kid in the background,
Oh, that's awesome.
taking a picture of themselves. I guess I don't know I'm not sure if it's trying to get money or if you really just like taking photos. Something about it, the whole spectrum of it is just like, I have so many questions as to why you do what you do on Instagram. And I guess I can reach out. I never really thought about doing that.
Okay, so shout out to Sheila.
Oh yeah,
Previous
Sheila does
guest.
stuff.
So Sheila
Yeah.
Star Ciani, you guys could follow her at Sheila.
But she's always
Star.
been part of a legit thing. It wasn't
yeah.
like yesterday she's like, oh,
No,
I think I'm going to take photos of myself. on
I
Instagram.
just want to, yes, Sheila.star with 2 R's .Ciani, SIANI.
She used that
So-
cake that I built, or not
Yeah,
built,
yeah,
that I
yeah.
modified.
So, okay, so shout out to her. Like, she's been having issues, this exact same problem, like, because she's a professional, she does take provocative pictures and then does all these things. And she's being flagged, like, for some of her pictures, and some of them aren't even like if you saw that same picture on Vogue or on, I don't know, any of these fucking magazines,
Time magazines,
or like, do you think, oh, those are
Men's
artistic,
Fitness.
pictures? Those
Yeah.
are great. But because someone like her, who probably who doesn't have official status or isn't what is it called, certified,
Okay.
like, they're like flagging her pictures,
Which is weird because Pornhub has their own Instagram. And so does Brazzers. So it's like,
but they don't have nudity, do they?
no, but they get pretty damn close with like
Yeah,
putting the white
yeah.
little dots on the nipples and stuff.
Yeah, but again, like
Wait,
that's what's irritating.
There's
and
actual nude photos, like nude photos on Instagram? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
This whole time I've been looking. I haven't found any.
No, but that's like, I know she's been struggling with that, and we had a conversation, I don't know, maybe last week about it.
Okay.
It was a brief conversation, but yeah, she was like just frustrated with the fact that she can't post something that she feels is pretty artistic and acceptable, but these other companies are huge and they could do whatever the fuck they want. Like,
Yeah.
so who's really being flagged and why? Why?
Yeah.
Like,
Someone's controlling
if
that
you're
shit.
afraid of that kind of shit, why don't you just have 18 or over restricted content that a person can post, and you don't have to worry about.
Which is why you
anybody
have the
worrying.
whole
Yeah.
Patreon and OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And doesn't TikTok do some stuff too?
I'm not in.
Or they're just starting.
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, I would see TikTok ads through people's postings on TikTok through Instagram. Like when I scroll through my feed, you'll see a selection of the
Yeah,
TikTok
because people
stuff.
just
and then-
repost their TikTok
okay.
shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fun. Well, it's not a fun fact, but
Fact for Keenan, because Keenan don't know shit.
yeah, you know about Trump, who was trying to like get rid of all the Chinese apps and all that. He was trying
That
to
I
put a
don't
freeze
know
on all that.
about, but I was interested to know information because I just saw this news out about Time or the New York Times just got a hold of Trump's tax report.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, which I'm
I
just
don't-
starting to read.
I
so.
haven't read
Okay.
enough on it.
Yeah.
So I can't.
All
but
I know is
this is
yeah.
big. I don't know how big this is gonna be because apparently nobody thinks anything is big anymore. Like,
Well, yeah, and
shit
then
is just whatever. Like, if this would have happened
prior, yeah,
8?
yeah,
16, 24 years ago,
yeah.
it would have been a major deal.
Oh, when he was in the '80s and stuff, when he was getting all his.
No, if a scandal like this happened to another president,
Oh yeah, for sure,
this would have been a huge thing.
for sure.
But for some reason, like, Trump just can get away with shit.
he's a real major BS artists. Well, I don't say BS, bullshit artists surrounded by other bullshit artists too, which is uh, amazing how that can come about where he can literally talk himself into believing something so wholeheartedly that it just spreads like a virus to the people around him and they start believing it
It's
too.
tough, man.
And when you try to call him out, and I forgot where this was where I saw this, you try to call him out and it's just like a block, like it just bounces back because of his reassurance, and uh, it's just wild to see somebody even when he gets challenged, even when the people keep challenging, they will eventually stop or go, I don't believe you. They won't keep going till he actually flips his statement. Like people who challenge him will get defeated by his um, believability in himself, and that's what really sucks. Like people who challenge him should keep doing it,
And it's
until
it's
they.
it's not even so much so his believability, but the barriers that he has that he's placed in order for something to get to him. Like he's put up so many barriers that people have to get through
Mhm.
for him to actually be affected by anything. Like even like if he's in a press room and a reporter asks him some shit, he'll be dismissive,
Mhm.
and like his team post interviews or whatever, his team will like step in and say, "Oh, well, this interview was dumb," or
Mhm.
"These people aren't credible."
Yeah, the other
Or
bullshit
like
artists.
it'll
Yeah.
it'll just be like I don't know, it like I don't know. He has too many people who for whatever reason are trying to protect him as much as they
And I don't
are.
know what they get out of it. Is it just notoriety? It's
Money.
not like.
It's all money.
So you really think Trump is giving these people who are supporting him like?
Not directly, but
Okay.
it's all like they're all money moves. Like they're all it's either money or power. So these are all money and power grabs. So I'm gonna protect Trump. He's gonna remember this, and then later on, when I need something or if I need funding for something, he's gonna remember that I protected him.
Mm,
So he'll help me.
okay.
Like
I can see where that goes because I know two people in Vegas right now who are from the Czech Republic, and they are super, not super, but they are supportive of Trump. And one of the reasons when I was asking them, they're like, because of the not bailout, but the stimulus. They feel that it came from him. Like it wasn't anything to do with Congress or the House of
the one
Representatives.
stimulus check.
Yeah, and they were like, "See, he does things like that that makes us like him." And I'm like, "Wait a minute." I, it some of the stuff that is uh, being promoted for Trump has such a huge gray area, and I don't know enough information to be like, "No, you're wrong," or um, "You should know where it comes from," or something like that. A lot of people don't care. It's like it's here in my hand. They say it's from him. I like him. He's a good dude. It's like, shit.
It's fucking. I don't know.
And they're from another country, so it's even a little bit harder for me to explain this whole process when I live here and I don't even know it that well.
So yeah,
And then they'll
people are
ask
just
me,
blinded by I don't know.
they'll ask me what you don't like about Trump, and it's like, well, a lot of things and stuff and things and stuff, and it's like I don't have the retainability of all the information of all the wrongdoings, and a lot of the wrongdoings are stuff he did with his businesses and people that I don't even know and other involvements. Like I tell them, my answer was, I don't really know much about Trump and his presidency because it hasn't really affected me personally from the aspect of, I got laid off from my job and not from the government. The government didn't lay me off. My job did. Um, the uh, house I live, where I get my food, all the stuff that is really important to me is still within my small little circle. The only thing the government really has any type of major involvement, one was my choice, which was student loans, but that's actually a private company, so that still doesn't matter. But just the unemployment. And because that's going well for me, I could easily say, well, shit, the government's doing really good to me. I need to keep this going. I'll vote for Trump, blah, 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 such and such.
Cianan.
I'm saying I could. I'm not.
We will not
Don't, don't, don't take that. Don't misconstrue my words, you Trump supporter.
We're gonna take that clip and
Fuck you, Joe. That sucks, man. What if that's funny if that would be like a good insult, like in like 2030 or something like that. If you call somebody a Trump supporter, they're like almost like calling them the N word.
Nazi.
Yeah, like super offended. Like, how dare you, sir?
I don't give a fuck. Like you could be Republican all day. I don't care. But
I saw. Did you see? I saw
Trump
this.
is trash.
I need to show
I
you
don't
this
care
clip.
what anybody thinks.
I saw
Trump is trash.
a clip of blacks voting for Trump. It was this huge crowd,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you serious?"
People will do it. People will do it.
I don't know. I don't know.
So
Maybe
today,
because we know much.
Trump.
Oh, the Chinese stuff.
He was trying to get rid of all these Chinese apps.
Chinese. What do you
Block
mean, like
them.
apps?
Like these apps that people use, like TikTok is Chinese,
Oh, that's a Chinese app?
owned,
Oh.
yeah, or based. I think it's Hong Kong based.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So he was trying to put this block on all Chinese based apps, and a judge today blocked it.
Now, what kind of judge? Like a Supreme Court judge?
A federal judge. So because federal judges have the power to do it, to if they see a case and then
We can vote in these judges.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. They'll hear a case, and then whatever their judgment is what happens to happen throughout the country, federally.
Okay.
On a federal level. So, if a federal judge blocks it, that means it has to happen, or whatever the action is has to happen until the Supreme Court sees it, and then when it goes to the Supreme Court, they make the final verdict on it.
Okay.
So a federal judge today from, I can't remember from where, but
Who chooses who gets to rule over these things? Like, Trump couldn't pick out the judge he wanted, right? Or else he'd probably get away with it. It's like some random judge gets picked to decide.
well,
for that.
it's wherever the case goes. Like,
Oh, okay.
so it could be anywhere across the country,
Okay.
and as long as that happens, then the whatever action is taken can either happen or be blocked until the Supreme Court sees it. Once the Supreme Court sees it, and they have their final ruling.
Okay.
Then it's like that's what it is.
Okay.
So that's why it's so important. That's why one, this election is so important, because we'll be able to, if we're able to remove Trump, then we'll at least we can try to start managing the mess. And so, what was it, earlier this week or last week that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died?
Yeah.
It was last
week.
Yeah. So shout out to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Rest in peace. But Trump has already announced his nominee for the Supreme
The fuck?
Court.
Didn't they say?
Judge?
Didn't most Republicans were like?
Here's the
Okay,
exactly.
okay.
Here's the thing. Like, so prior when
I was going to say they used Mitch
when
McConnell's-
Obama
Yeah.
when Obama had the opportunity to pick a judge, he was blocked.
Right.
Because they said it's an election year, you can't do it,
Mm-hmm.
or you're not supposed to. There's no law saying that you can't, that the existing president can't pick a nominee,
Right.
if it's an election year.
Okay.
There's no law stating that.
So this outrage.
It's more on principle. Like,
okay.
you're pretty much done unless you get reelected. So
Gotcha.
we should wait till after the elections to let that president do it.
Okay.
But there's no law stating that that's supposed to happen.
Kind of like not income tax. What is it? The tax on your house that you don't have to pay, but they say it's there. What is it called?
I don't own a house.
Fuck. No, it's. God damn it. Okay, well you tell us now.
Okay,
I'll look
so-
this up if I have my phone.
So that happened. That happened.
Property tax
the
or
last
something like
turn with Obama. He wasn't able to. They didn't allow his pick, or I can't remember if. Anyway, he didn't do it, and then they allowed Trump, and he chose Kavanaugh
Oh yeah, I remember that.
to replace. I think it was Kennedy.
I thought you meant like currently, like he picked another one.
Well,
right
he
now.
has
Oh,
he has another one now.
Oh.
Now that Ruth Bader Ginsburg
is
died,
out.
there someone has to fill that seat.
Damn, he got to pick twice.
So this is what's happening. Everybody's saying, well, it's an election year, so
Right.
on principle, we should wait until the election's over to fucking
And the
pick this
Republicans
person.
are like,
well, we don't have to abide by that. That's just it's not even an actual law. Which is fucked up because they didn't allow it to happen the last time.
Yeah.
They blocked it.
Yeah.
And now they're like, oh yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. So the big thing is that it's what's her name? Amy Coney Barrett. That's the woman that Trump picked as his nominee to replace Ruth Bader.
Okay.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Okay.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I think it's Bader.
Yeah, it is. So that's the big deal that I mean, I guess the left side is trying to say, yo, but it's an election year. You guys said we shouldn't be doing this. That we should wait until the election's over, and we know who the next president is, or if it's still Trump, then he should go through with it. And they're like, no, we got to rush this. We got to get this woman on, which kind of sucks, because so this woman, Amy Coney Barrett, is she's an incredibly conservative judge. And what's crazy is that she's only been a federal judge for like 3 years.
Okay.
So she doesn't have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
But apparently she was one of the nominees that Trump wanted, but then he ended up picking Kavanaugh.
So now that he wanted it, but he got Kavanaugh, now he's going to go back in the pool and pick her.
Yeah, she was next.
Okay.
She was one. It was either going to be her or Kavanaugh the last time that Trump got to pick. He picked Kavanaugh, and now I think he already announced it, or she was the front runner.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is why elections are important, because now we have, I think the seating is going to be 6-4, which for the
Keenan's out there.
no for the Supreme Court judges, like they're as far as like conservative judges and liberal judges.
Conservative?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it goes through, it's going to be 6-4. Or is it 6-3?
So if he doesn't get elected and Trump is out, does this pick still stand?
If they're able to do it before the election's over,
Which means they would have to rush because we only have like 2 months left in the month.
Exactly. That's why it's like so crazy that's one of the things that the liberals are so like angry about. It's like, yo, when it was time, even though it was an election year, it was still like 8 months, 9 months
with Obama
before the election even happened.
Right.
And they blocked it for all those 8 months. And now that it's like a month and a half away, they're like, no, let's speed through it. Let's fucking do it.
It's crazy how so obvious it is. It's so obvious. And it's just like, I wish.
That's what's nuts, dude. Like, this shit like is so corrupt and it's just so out there. Like Breonna Taylor.
Yeah.
Like the shit that's happening in Kentucky and the verdict that came out from that grand jury of people who decided that they weren't going to charge these officers in killing Breonna Taylor. That's so crazy to me. Like, who was this jury? Like, what did they look like? Are you fucking kidding me? How can you not press charges on these cops?
Yeah.
Like, these cops have been in a similar situation before where they barged into another place mistakenly. So it's not like it was their first time doing this.
Right.
It was actually, for one of these cops, it was his second time going into the wrong house.
Yeah.
Off of false information.
Right.
And then when the attorney general announced that they weren't going to be pressing charges, and they were going to as far as murder charges, they weren't going to be pressing murder charges. They did charge one of the cops with I forget what it's called.
Because he shot because the bullets hit somebody else or something
No,
like that.
because he shot wildly, so the bullets went into another tenant's home.
And so that because of that, yeah,
They're charging him for that.
And it was only like a couple months or a year. It's not that long of a prison sentence, right?
Well, they haven't sentenced him.
Oh,
They're
thought
charging
they did.
him.
I thought it
with
was. Oh, okay.
So it might not even happen. Like,
Yeah.
that's the crazy shit. Like, how can you not?
Yeah.
How can you not charge these men? At least fake it. At least fucking charge them and
then let them go.
and yeah, charge them and have like a fucking theater fucking court.
Yeah.
Like where it's like, yeah, we're going through the motions, but we're not really gonna fucking. We're not gonna indict you. We're not indict you, but we're not gonna fucking find you guilty of anything. It's gonna be a faux court. Like, yeah, we're charging you guys. Oh, dismissed. Like,
well, yeah, they
at least do that. At least charge.
They didn't charge the officer yet, or have they? Or maybe they let him go for the George Floyd thing, right? Like, is that process still happening?
Yeah,
or
that's still.
okay, so it's taken a while for them to do something about that, right?
Yeah,
like
it's so, man, like
that's the same thing with Rodney King. That was in '92. They have legitimate video. It was crude video, but
of beating the shit out of him,
somebody.
man. Like,
and then the jury find the defendants like not guilty, and it's like, what the fuck?
I can't even begin to.
That's when you have to know it's. I mean, we've in our community, Latin and Black, have obviously been screaming for millennia how unfair it is. But you would think if you told somebody back in the 50s or 60s, they'll still get away with it, even with video cameras and audio. And so it's like, wow.
It's crazy, dude. Like, it's.
And the sucky thing is when you're told to like not do crime, it's like, oh, because they're gonna catch you on video, or they'll get a recording of you, or somebody will see, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that will happen to me, but it won't happen to you. Like if I'm on video the next block and something happens, yeah, I'll get arrested. But for you, that's not gonna work out.
I think last week or a couple of days ago, there was a video of a cop and a bike running someone's head over.
Oh yeah, during a protest.
Yeah,
right.
during a protest.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see what happens to that. I don't know enough, but
Yeah.
I guarantee that nothing's gonna happen to that cop. Like,
no,
maybe he'll get fired or suspended.
Yeah, how terrible for
without
him.
pay or some bullshit. Like, but
Yeah,
we need to fucking hold these people accountable, dude. For real. Like, honestly,
we need the boys.
if I'm gonna keep it GP, if I'm gonna keep it 100%,
yeah, someone's got to go.
People need to start killing people. Like, people need to start killing cops.
Someone needs to start.
Like there needs
187.
I hate
Little
to
Snoop
say
Dogg.
it
Yeah,
because I know most people are thinking it,
yeah.
but
That's the question.
how is a society who's been repressed for so long supposed to still like abide by the laws that are killing them? Like, how are we supposed to be just okay? Well, fuck it. You guys aren't going to charge these people who cold-bloodedly killed these people. All right, we're just going to continue our lives,
and or peaceful protests. Like, don't be peaceful.
What is it going to take? Like, is it going to take like a bunch of people to go out and be vigilantes and just start killing cops and be like, yo, if you guys don't start doing some shit, we're going to kill cops. That's what's going to happen.
And that's my question. Where I thought,
and why is it wrong to think like that might
that's
be a
the
solution?
retaliation? Because people would do that for military standards,
Like,
for the U.S. and other countries. But
exactly,
I thought we had gangs that hated cops and would kill cops. Don't we have that? Is that not existing anymore?
I don't know. The gangs have been diluted so much. But then what's the fear? Like, we're gonna start killing cops, and then
the cops will get itchy.
The state is gonna say, "Fuck it, we're going to martial law."
Yeah,
you guys want to kill cops? We're gonna go. We're gonna bring the military in. Like, okay, so now the people against the United States. Like,
it's weird. I
What's the fucking solution? Like, y'all don't want us to fucking protest. You guys don't want us to riot. But you're going to continue to be unfair to the people and not prosecute cops.
Yeah.
And let cops do whatever the fuck they want.
Right. Like, what's the limit? Like, how far do they go to actually do something?
How many deaths are we going to have to see before it becomes justified that we are killing cops?
Yeah.
Like,
It's what I saw when I saw the church getting shot up by that white dude. I was like, and nothing really. There
Yes.
wasn't a major. There was protest, but it wasn't like we're taking this whole city down, kind of thing. And it was like that's when I noticed for real that nothing's really going to happen. Like you can do whatever. It's open season on
No.
all black people, and I mean black people specifically. Not nobody's choking Asians out on Facebook Live. There was a shooting of a Hispanic kid, I think, but to the extent of how many live videos, like a lot of shit's happening in other communities, Asian, Latin, and stuff like that. But it seems to me that only black people are displayed on camera, on the news, getting killed, and nothing happening after that. Like I have yet to see uh, a George Floyd who's Latin or who's Asian or who's Indian or who's um,
You mean the fight
Middle Eastern.
for the
No, seeing cops kill on camera someone of color. I think it's just black people,
there
as
have
far
been
as
a
I've
lot
seen.
I mean, they're killings of multiple people of different
There have
races,
been,
but
but I feel like all I see is just me or my race on these Instagram lives and Facebook
yeah,
lives getting
because
killed.
that's because fucking social media and the media in general want to use black people
As a standard.
as like
So there are stories
as
of
the face of
Latin
course. I
people.
mean, look at Andre Guardado. He's the Latin kid
Like,
here in
yeah,
Gardena who got killed by
who
the
ran
sheriff.
and shot in the back, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a pretty big deal,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't cause the movement that
Right.
someone like George Floyd
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
Eric Gardner,
Mhm.
because I think the voices are much louder.
Through the black community.
Yeah, through the
Really?
black community.
Why not? Why
And
was it?
I think because the Latin community, we want to, although we can be very vocal,
Mm-hmm.
we don't have we don't necessarily have the platform that the black community has right now.
Oh, okay.
Like it's a bigger platform, and I mean I can't speak for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
but if I feel that if we can get justice for black people,
It would
I'm
sort
gonna
of go
think like
through
Ronald Reagan and trickle down.
trickle down. Yeah, trickle down.
So
Yeah,
if we can get justice for black people,
it shows.
that's the next step into getting justice for everybody.
Okay.
Because white America's fucked up,
Yeah.
and the only thing that could take out something white is something black.
What? Did you just come up with that?
That was pretty good, right?
Yeah, that
I
sounds
did.
like
I
some
just came-
chess piece
I just
shit.
came up with that.
Dude.
That
let
was
me-
pretty good.
Let me write that down because that's the name of our episode.
The only
Give me-
thing
give me-
that-
give me a moment.
The only thing that could take out something white is something black. That's awesome. I don't know how that would correlate to the name of the episode.
Oh, really?
That's kind of long.
Really? Okay. We've had some long titles.
Have we?
Fine. At least it's recorded and we can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on record, on live. Ooh, shit!
It's kicking
I
in.
almost had to sneeze.
Uh,
If that's
That's
okay,
right.
is that okay? This time
Absolutely.
period? Can I
man,
sneeze?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Um,
Come on, Cletus.
So when we kicked off the episode, we were gonna announce something, but we just started.
We went right into it.
We just went.
It's none of our business, man. That's
So
how we are.
midway through the episode, we're gonna be. So
If you
everybody
can hear.
knows I'm back at work. I'm functioning back in the office.
Joe is back.
Yeah.
All right.
And with that,
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I'm not gonna get sued for doing like a version of that, am I?
yeah, and with what?
Never mind.
And with that, I'll be it means I'll be traveling again.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which you mentioned on the last episode, you said you'll be out for like 2 weeks.
yeah, I'm gonna
in
be out for
Miami.
a couple of weeks in Miami, starting not this coming weekend, but the following.
Okay.
I actually leave on the 8th.
Okay.
And
November
then-
8th. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be gone for a couple of weeks. So Keenan's gonna be taking the reins of the pod, and
Ooh,
Gonna-
who's? I'm gonna spend a 2-hour episode on a rant. That's all I'm gonna do.
Gosh.
2 hours of Keenan
I'll be calling
questioning
in
it.
just to make sure that Keenan's doing what he's supposed to be doing. And
Oh
oh
man.
gosh, a little nervous now.
No.
But yeah, we'll still be airing Mondays. Keenan's just gonna have to record it, send it to me, and then
And then that. Okay.
I'll run it
Okay.
down. But yeah, we'll still be airing on Mondays. But I'll be calling in. But obviously I won't be in the whole episode. So you guys are gonna have Keenan as the the host.
The hostess. With
None
the
of our business podcast. Just it's gonna be great.
Ooh, it's gonna be a doozy.
It's gonna be doozy. So yeah, it's gonna be dope. Keenan for two whole weekends.
We'll see what happens.
Just doing. Let me check these dates again. Oh, gosh. Okay, so
I'll be stuck on a mountain somewhere. Help me! This is real. This is not. I'm not joking. Somebody call.
Oh yeah, 2 weekends.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
Dope. Some more news. Some more announcements. Some that you don't know.
Oh shit! All right.
So everybody knows about LAFC Film Club.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about it all the time. I had the opportunity to host last week's film club night, movie night.
Okay.
We did Batman and we did American Psycho, a double feature.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. Thanks to Kevin and the whole LAFC Film Club group. Two announcements.
Mm-hmm.
So starting next week, it's October, Halloween.
Is that your favorite?
Everybody loves it.
Favorite thing?
Everybody loves it.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, I'm part.
Do you even have a favorite holiday?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe
4th of July.
You know what? My favorite holiday
Okay.
is a little known holiday.
Called Noobs Giving.
Noobs giving. Guest giving.
Guest Giving.
No, but yeah, I had the opportunity to host film club. That was awesome. Greatly appreciate it. So next month, October, we're gonna do for the whole month of October, which are 5 Thursdays this year. We're gonna be doing a double feature of horror movies.
Oh,
So
okay.
all of October, we're gonna have double features, and we're gonna slide in some midnight screenings as well. The homie Slippy, he's gonna be hosting those.
Oh, cool.
And
Was it like scary movie or is it gonna be like
horror
Friday the
movie,
13th?
scary
Like-
movie, Friday the 13th,
Oh, okay.
like gore, horror,
Okay.
anything. So I think this weekend we're starting with Lost Boys and
Was that really a horror movie? That's kind of like a
I
glam
consider it a-
80s.
I
thing.
consider it a horror
Oh,
movie. Though,
okay.
yeah, I
Okay.
think it's a horror movie.
Okay.
So we're gonna be doing that, running those. That's gonna be great. Slippy's gonna do the midnight screenings. It's gonna be sporadic all through the month of October.
Seems like a busy schedule.
It's gonna be dope. And then come November,
Okay, here we go. What is it?
I'm gonna be hosting anime night,
Oh,
anime movie night for the LAFC Film Club.
okay.
Starting November, it's gonna be bi-weekly.
What's your movie?
The-
So you're gonna have.
It's gonna be
okay.
bi-weekly,
Okay.
so it's gonna we're gonna be starting on the 2nd of November.
Now you're picking out these anime movies
I'm
for people to see.
personally curating these movies.
Are you doing the cheesy, not cheesy stuff, but like the stereotypical anime movie, like Ghost in the Shell,
I think-
Akira?
Yeah, I'm gonna be starting. I'm gonna be starting the series with all the popular ones.
Okay. Okay.
Just so people get an idea of what anime is, because I'm sure we're gonna get some
Okay,
viewers
some
who
newies.
aren't who don't know, and that I think that's what I'm going for. Like I want to introduce people to what anime is and what quality anime is.
Okay.
Because I consider Akira one of it's one of the staples of anime, of the anime genre. Like,
I liked it, but not as much as what people are really into it. Like, I get it. It's a good movie. It's a good cinematic feature to show anime and the Japanese art style and stuff like that, but it's not It's not my go-to. I don't go. Oh, I gotta watch this again.
Well, you have to consider too. This movie came out
in
in
like
the
the
late
early,
80s.
yeah. Still,
So for what it is, I
yeah.
think it's an amazing accomplishment.
Which I agree to everything people say to. I will agree with them, but I will not. I don't have it on my DVD list. I wouldn't
Which is
go out of
fine.
my way to go
I
watch
mean,
it.
how many anime movies do you actually have?
Oh
on
no,
your
I don't
list?
have. I don't have
Exactly.
Oh no, on my list, I have on my list. There's a few out there, but that I actually own.
No,
I don't own any
no.
anime DVDs or movies.
Okay,
or
well,
anything like
what's your top 5 anime movies? I'm not talking about anime shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about movies.
that. Ooh,
Top 5. Name 5 of them for me.
I can't remember. I know
Yeah.
I've seen them, but I don't remember them.
Yeah.
Like I've seen the Ghost in the Shell. I've seen the Cure. I've seen the Steam Boy, and I've seen the Castle one, and I've seen I've seen a good amount of them.
Yeah.
But none of them really make me memorize it. Where like, oh, I can
They weren't
list all
memorable
these.
movies. For you.
Yeah, enough to me even have a top 5. Like people like you would recommend them to me, and I go watch them, and they'd be like, oh, okay, that was good.
Yeah.
But nothing stood out to me. Even the Cowboy Bebop movie didn't stand out to me. Or like, oh,
Well, that's what we're starting with.
Oh, the
We're
Cowboy
starting
Bebop
with
movie?
The Cowboy Bebop movie.
why not just the first 2 episodes? That's
No.
30 minutes each. That's a good
No.
introduction. Okay,
It's got to be a movie.
because the movie, the
It's
characters
movie
already
club,
developed.
man. It's movie club.
I know, but they're
No,
already
here's
developed.
the thing, though. No, they're not. Here's the thing.
There's only one Cowboy Bebop movie,
Well,
right?
but here's the thing about the Cowboy Bebop series.
Okay,
It's an episodic show.
they're
So-
linear.
Not really.
Yeah,
Not really. Not really. Each story has a start, middle, and a
Yeah,
finish.
but they reference past stuff.
Yeah, but the movie itself is pretty standalone. The movie itself is standalone. You don't need to watch the series to understand the movie or to appreciate the movie at that.
Okay, I'll be on the fence on this.
It's okay.
I'll rewatch it. Just
Join
to see what
us
you're talking
November 2nd for the premiere of LAFC Film Club.
about. Okay. Oh God. All right.
Anime. So that's the thing though. It's not strictly anime. I'm also going to be doing sci-fi movies. So I'm going to be doing anime movies and sci-fi. It'll be a mix. Sometimes I'll do both.
You're gonna do Star Wars.
Yeah, I'll do Star Wars.
Oh,
Like
yeah?
I
The
was thinking
original.
a perfect introduction to or a segue into like
Sci-fi?
getting into it.
Okay.
Just to play with anime and sci-fi would even doing like the Matrix and the Animatrix,
Okay.
like a double feature of the Matrix and the Animatrix. That's a perfect
Okay.
pairing of what the sci-fi community and the anime community could do together. Eat a dick, you know.
I don't know. Because I watch all this stuff that you're talking
You watched
about.
Animatrix,
but
right?
I'm just not. It doesn't hook me in. Like
Thanks for supporting me, Keenan. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I'm
so
a
gonna
real
have fun.
friend. That's the thing. I'll tell you the truth.
Bi-weekly, every other Monday, starting Monday the 2nd of November.
So what happened to this? I can't get involved with too much stuff, Joe, from like the past. To anyway, you know what? Fuck that. I'm on something else that I'm upset. I got a bone to pick with you, sir. As a matter of fact, it's a big ass bone in between your legs,
Pick
and
it.
it's that fucking picture of you
ass
in a
balls, huh?
bikini or a
Fuck you,
fucking-
man. I'm
we-
over here making announcements about dope shit. And
Yes,
you
save it for your
want to
soapbox,
see my
bitch.
dick so bad, motherfucker?
I don't want to see your dick. You're supposed to show an ass shot. Oh my god, he's that's a huge like that's just
Well, it's
like
a package.
does it slap on your leg and come back?
We just move it around a little bit here.
That looks like it hurts.
You got the view here? You got the view, pal? You like it, huh? You like
don't
what you see,
you
huh?
change the subject because you know
Anime
you,
night.
You need a fucking tramp stamp shot of a fucking G-string or thin ass underwear coming out of your butt cheeks.
I
With your
don't.
pants down, like you promised.
I didn't promise
And I'm gonna
that.
slap a tattoo
I
of none of
never
her business
promised
on the
that.
picture.
Show me where I promised that. Where did I promise
Right
that I
here,
was gonna do
bitch.
it? Yeah, that's right. I never promised I was going to do that. I lost the bet to
You
Chris,
did.
and I did what I was supposed to
Oh
do.
my god, Chris, call in, talk, message the podcast, whatever you do, and let people know if he actually did it. Because I don't believe he did it.
Oh, fuck you.
I think you bullshitted it, and you did something
did.
dumb.
No.
I think you tricked it. I
didn't.
think you trumped us.
No, you could
Oh.
ask Sonia.
She saw you put it
Yeah.
on. She watched you put on the panties.
No, she didn't watch me.
She should have. That would have been hot.
Weirdo.
Look at this, baby. I'm wearing your underwear.
That's weirdo. No, that's horrible.
That turns me on, Joe.
That's
do
horrible.
it again.
No, don't
Walk
do
in
that.
my shoes.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What? Did she listen to this show?
No.
Then
No.
what? Why are you so? I can't believe your paranoia goes beyond.
Anyway,
This is ridiculous.
you're ridiculous.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna do on my show when it comes out. It's gonna be all Keenan, all
That's
the
good.
time,
I hope
2 hours
everybody
straight.
listens to it.
Oh fuck you!
What? I just
you
said
better
I hope
promote it.
everybody- Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
You lying sack of shit. Oh my god. Whatever.
I went foot golfing
The fuck
yesterday.
is foot golfing?
It's playing golf with a soccer ball.
Again, you're involved in so much stuff. What happened to this?
Wha-
I can't do this stuff because
Why
I'm so
are you
busy.
hating on me, Keenan? I think this is deep for you. What's going on?
Don't look at me.
I'm just trying to be happy, and you're out here just like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? No. God,
I'm just gonna sip my beer.
that I gave you. Fucking trash. Look at you, all depressed and shit.
What the fuck? Maybe
What
I'm
does that have to do with me, pal?
everything.
What?
You're my whole world.
Oh, Keenan. Keenan, what the fuck, man?
Can't be having this fun without me, Joe. It's
Well, do
bullshit.
something about it.
Oh, I am getting my car fixed. Once my car's fixed, I'll be able to do everything.
He's gonna
travel.
soup it up. You're gonna get it back, and it's gonna be like fucking souped up, like fucking you got Nas in that shit.
Oh God.
Damn. And he's gonna make it stick for shits and giggles. He's gonna be like,
I'm
yeah,
not-
I made it stick. I
I'm gonna have a big
added
ass
like
spoiler.
200 horsepower to it, so it's at a cool 400 right now.
Oh my God.
You're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Jeez.
That'd be awesome.
Yep. I'm gonna have a picture of like some anime chick on the side, painted all pink.
When he saw it, was he like, why do you want to fix this?
No, he noticed it was kind of needed some work on it.
Yeah.
It was dirty.
It's an understatement.
Oh my
Keenan.
God,
That car.
Don't make this about me.
That car
this
is
is your
gone through.
episode.
Is he gonna replace the door?
No, I told him he didn't have to. I just need my car to work. My car needs to be functional, and you know that dent on the side is a good scar to remind people that people don't know how to drive, and I should be more careful. Don't judge me, Joe.
I'm not judging you.
Yes, you are.
No, not at all, man.
Why are you so sad and depressed and judging me all the time, Joe? How about that?
I'm
Huh?
not sad and depressed.
Huh?
I mean, I'm depressed, but that's
Oh
just
my
the
God.
part of that's part of living, man. That's you can't be happy your whole. I mean, I guess you want to
Technically,
try to be
no.
happy your whole life, but it's not gonna happen.
I don't know.
People have ups and downs. Like, what are you gonna be happy that somebody you love died? No, like
Well,
you can't be
yeah.
happy in that scenario. Like, you can't be happy all the time.
No.
I don't think it's healthy if you were happy all the time.
Okay. Like you're something's clinically wrong with you.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, like a Joker. Oh.
No, because
No.
even Joker gets sad sometimes.
Does he?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, maybe I don't watch enough.
You don't.
Batman.
You don't. You just shut the fuck up.
Fuck you.
I can tell you that right now. You don't.
Suck my dick.
You half-ass everything, Keenan.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I. Shut up.
Have you started watching?
Don't
Yeah,
do subject.
Have you started watching
Watching
Clone
what?
Wars? No.
That's not a half-ass. I didn't even start it yet. I have to start it before I can half-ass it.
Okay,
So fuck
alright.
you.
You're right. You're right, Keenan.
Anyway, don't judge me. That has nothing to do with my relationship. Whatever.
You're an asshole, man.
What?
I love you.
I learned it from you,
Yeah, that's right.
bitch.
Stupid ass.
Whatever.
It's beautiful. It's you know what, Keen?
What was that all about?
We were supposed to have a guest today, and he rescheduled.
Do I know this guest?
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's Pat.
From Call of Duty?
No,
Oh. Pat?
Yeah, Pat.
It's Pat.
Body.
Oh,
Peabody.
Pat.
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 Anyway, he
Yes.
rescheduled last minute, so we're not gonna ask him on for a while.
What's the
Punishment is not to come back for a while or not ask you back.
I could have swore he was on before.
No, he's never been on.
Oh.
Actually, I was supposed to start this pod with him prior to putting you or Philly on. Yeah.
Damn, Joe. Clout dropping. Hashtag no. Hashtag no filter.
What?
I'm drunk.
You're drunk off of 2 sips of Michelob Ultra? Jeez. Keenan.
No, I'm not.
We're having such a
I'm
great
not.
episode.
Were
man.
we? Were we? Every
Yeah.
episode's great.
So fuck Trump.
America's great. Fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump and his stupid ass fucking life. And I'm not planning to kill him or anything. Or I
Well,
don't know
don't say it like that.
I don't know anyone who is at all, period. I
Great.
don't.
You think-
But if something does happen to him, I will not be sad.
Oh my god.
If Donald Trump unexpectedly loses his life, I will not be sad.
They might replace him with a clone from the alien race.
There's no way you can clone that motherfucker.
QAnon.
QAnon. Thank you. Hey, John. QAnon.
Oh, fuck.
We didn't do it last week. We forgot.
Oh my god, Joe.
QAnon.
All right, just to let you know, John, he's just messing with you. Jesus. Oh my god.
QAnon.
Point is,
Like I said last week, or was it last? Yeah, I think it was last week, right? We had Deech and Walter on.
yeah.
I don't support QAnon.
Oh, you're going this route
I don't.
again.
No, I don't
See,
support QAnon.
The fact that you keep saying I don't support QAnon kind of makes you seem like you support QAnon. You just don't want people
No,
to think
I don't.
you don't
I
support
really
QAnon.
don't. I really
Okay.
don't at all. Like I don't support QAnon. Like, but again, like anything they say, I take it with a grain of salt.
Well, you have to be. If that stuff
But-
was any real, they would get like
Some
shot or
of it,
something.
some of it, I could see being legit.
You think a good percentage of it is like, so they give you hints of real facts, but the rest is bullshit.
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Okay.
It's on the border of just being nuts.
Okay.
You should watch that
the documentary.
Yeah,
It's on YouTube,
it's on YouTube.
but it's about QAnon.
It's
Okay.
called The Fall Cabal.
Okay. I'll watch it when I get home tonight. Actually, I got nothing else.
I think one of the episodes might be missing because
Oh, we got taken down.
quote unquote, it was too risque for YouTube, so they took it down.
There's got to be a way to see it. If it's
There
not
is.
even
There is. You can
posted,
find it. You can find it.
I'll
online.
try and find it.
You can absolutely find it online. It's not hard to find it online. It's pretty easy. It almost makes me feel like the person that or the group or whoever posted this documentary on YouTube purposefully did not post X episode so that you would have to go somewhere else
Grab the
and
attention.
kind of make it seem a little more believable. Oh, episode 4 or 5 isn't on YouTube because it was too risky. You have to go watch it on something. Like, I'm like, all right, because I think I watched the episode and I was like,
Oh,
all
okay.
right, okay, sure, this was taken down, but the rest of your documentary
BS,
wasn't taken
yeah.
down. They would just take one episode of your documentary because it was too risky, but wouldn't post but didn't take down the rest of it, even though it's part of the same thing and it's pretty much speaking on the same message. Like, no, come on, seriously, didn't
Okay.
get mysteriously taken down.
Mm,
I call bullshit.
shenanigans.
Yeah,
We start our own QAnon. We'll call it shenanigans.
shenanigans.
Yeah, but that kind of gives it away, though.
They say that Snopes is fake.
Who's Snopes?
Snopes is like this fact checking website that you
Isn't
go
that a
to.
way to dismiss them, though? To say they're fake when they're really real?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm not saying that they're not. Like, and like every other
Every other
company.
cunt?
No, every other company. Like, I'm sure that they have like their faults, and they've gone through shit. But I don't know. There's super fake news vibes off of QAnon. a shitload of fake news vibes off of QAnon.
Because it hasn't been around for that while, right? Like this isn't something that
For
was
years.
around in the '90s, and we can like go through
I could see
history.
how some people could find it believable, especially old people, like because it's like a scare. They try to scare you. They try to scare you with like quote unquote facts. But
So that brings me to a question about Trump, where it's like in a statement in an interview that I watched, they were like, if what happens if he's in the office and he says I'm not leaving? Like he comes up with some excuse as to why he needs to stay, even though he didn't get voted in for next term. They were saying that if something like that may or may happens, they would have to bring in the National Guard or something like that to escort him out. But and the continuing on in the interview, they were mentioning that the people that would call in the National Guard are like on his side, like the House of Representatives and Congress, like they're mostly Republicans. So I'm kind of curious, like what, in your infinite knowledge and maybe the knowledge of people listening, what happens if he chooses not to leave by any excuse? Like he just comes up with something, or he just says I'm not leaving.
um,
How does he get removed from office?
I don't know. I think if if we really live in a democracy, we're gonna see democracy take uh, you know take its or run its course. Like
Mm-hmm.
whatever protocols are in place will be done. Like
Okay.
they'll force him out, and even okay, even if whoever heads up the National Guard, even if they are like Trump supporters,
Mm-hmm.
like he was still voted out. So he's still supposed to go. And if you're really about serving your country and not an individual, you're going to do what your job is.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't, then that's a coup d'etat. That's like, okay, you guys are actively going against the government and what the government's mandates are.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough to fucking do something about it. Like,
Who would do it? Would it be Congress? Would it be House of Representatives? Would it just be the National uh, Service, CIA's?
Yeah.
Who?
whoever enforces it.
Okay, I don't know who enforces it. Maybe
And
that's the
if and
thing.
if it doesn't, like each state can
Secede from the
secede.
union.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I'm sure. Look, listen. I'm sure if Donald Trump decides, fuck it, I'm not leaving. California's like, all right, fuck it, we're not part of the United States.
Okay.
Like for sure.
Interesting.
And many other like liberal states, quote unquote.
And then we
Like I
reverse
told you
history.
before, like I told you before, like it would take something that big to fucking to draw the line.
Oh, okay.
And we're so divided as a country that if something like that were to happen, I'm sure like a part of the country, a portion of the country would be like, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just make up laws willy nilly
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
take over like that.
Hmm.
Again, I'm no
Politico.
politico or anything like that.
I just saw.
And I might be wrong. I don't know, but I'm sure we have listeners who have studied law who might want to chime in. We'd love to,
Yeah.
hit us up on our IG. None
And
of
find
our
out.
business.
I'm really curious about that because that opened a whole item. As much as we took government in high school and stuff like that, and a little bit in college,
Government. We didn't take government.
didn't we? We took
You
government.
take government, but you're not taking government.
Okay.
You just-
Anyway, the point
come
is,
on.
I don't remember ever getting that type of information academically about the scenarios of what happens if things don't go the way they're supposed to, written on paper.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't. We don't.
Because
know.
I guess because it never happened. There never been a president that says, "I'm not leaving. Fuck you," and we dealt with it. This might be the first time it does happen. I'll be kind of curious to see.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so surprised. Like, it's so crazy to me that someone would have the gall to kill Lincoln or kill John F. Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
not
somebody
kill
else
Trump.
too. Somebody else got killed. There's like 4 presidents that's been assassinated.
Like, how radical were Lincoln and Kennedy to just be assassinated And somebody else was assassinated.
Yeah, there's at least like 4 or 5 people that were assassinated, but they weren't that big of a deal as a president, so we don't know who the fuck they are.
But how crazy is it
Garfield.
that these presidents will be killed because of like their ideals and
just
their
ideals? They didn't physically do anything. Just their ideals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, Lincoln wasn't a saint, but he still got killed. But just them being killed, and then we live in an age now where our president is actively like a piece of shit.
Not even like a bullet whiz.
And not even like...
I thought there was an attempt. Wasn't there?
Man, it never even got close to him.
See, I was afraid that they were going to kill Obama. Like, they were going to assassinate Obama.
I wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah, because he was a black president.
I wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah. Somebody out there didn't want him to be president for sure.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, for anybody listening, we're not trying to say that somebody should go do it. We're just surprised that nobody has done
or attempted. I feel like there was an attempt.
I'm sure there was an attempt.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was an attempt at some point, but it probably never even got close to him because he would be talking about it like, today somebody tried, he'd hop on Twitter and said, somebody tried to take me out today in front of my eyes. They approached me, but my guards took them down. Like, he'd be so open about it. Like, so I live to tell it. I will be here. America will be guarded today. Motherfucker.
Damn.
I hate Trump, man.
Yeah.
I've disliked him
since the 80s.
I've never liked Trump. He's disgusting to me. He looks disgusting.
And people fuck him.
He's a fucking nasty ass man. Fuck him, man. Fuck Donald Trump.
I am in no way associated with
Joe's
thoughts.
Fuck Donald Trump.
As a black man who's getting targeted these days.
You gotta stop. Yeah, I don't know, man.
This has been a very depressing episode.
Political and...
Oh, well, we talked about masturbating in the beginning.
Yeah.
And Instagram girls and models. We talk about everything. Well, I figure we should get into some... I mean, most of the stuff I bring up are legitimately on my mind and that I think about, but I have no one else to talk to. So I got to wait till this Sunday and be like, okay.
Perfect.
That's how I feed the fuel of my content on this podcast. So it's like a week's worth of questioning that I don't ask anybody else.
You're funny.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Are the fires still like fucking doing their thing? Or are they out? I remember one day of the week I still saw smoke in the sky.
Yeah, they're still looming. Some of them are out, but there's too many, and
I thought it was like...
At least we have clear skies,
I was going to say, I thought up and down California is just constant fire after fire after fire, which is funny because I still see people, even in my own neighborhood, they're shooting up fireworks. Like, this is how we got there in the first place. Why are you shooting fireworks?
That's the way.
Jesus. And then Tekashi 6ix9ine is out and doing his thing, going on Instagram and making music.
Fucking chump ass Tekashi.
I don't know. I just when I re-listened to the third episode when I was on it, I remember that was one of our subjects.
Tory Lanez finally this week he released an album, and he's fucking
because he's number one
bashing the shit out of Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking trash. Tory Lanez is garbage.
I don't even know if his music really just his music alone, not him as a person. Like, just his music. Is it good?
It depends on what you consider good. I mean, he's
talented.
He's a singer. He can sing. He can rap. He can sing and he can rap.
Okay.
I personally don't care for his music.
Okay.
I never really have.
Yeah. I gotta hear what kind of hits, because I mostly just listen to the radio, so I wouldn't know what a hit.
So I mean, he's a talented artist for sure.
Okay.
But his character is
just nasty.
Yeah, like
I kind of like Megan Thee Stallion, some of her songs. Like,
do you?
Yeah, when I hear them on the radio, I was like, oh, this is her?
I'm not. Okay. I don't really care for Megan Thee Stallion either, but I don't condone like any
shooting women.
Well, yeah, to start, yeah, fuck yeah. I don't fucking support
even if it's in the foot.
A man who has the audacity to fucking shoot a woman and they'd be like, I didn't shoot you, or
the bullet curved.
Drunk, or what? Like, what the fuck? Shut up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. any man who can openly, um, publicly disrespect a woman and like really think that he's in the right for doing so,
Hmm.
die.
Is that for everything or just when he's doing it on
In
his own?
general, man, like any
Not if he's
dude that
getting
has the
attacked.
audacity to just be
Oh,
fucking disrespectful to women, just
yeah.
and be proud of it and be like, oh well, it's
Okay.
not my fault and shit
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Like,
But if
yo,
he is
dude,
getting
like,
like beat up by a woman, he can defend himself, right?
um,
Like if I'm getting the shit kicked out of me and you see me in the street getting me stomped down by like 3 women, I can like ball up my fist at some point, right? Or do I just take the beating till I die?
you take it, and you take it like a good little girl. No, I'm kidding. Nah, if you're getting
Fuck.
beat up by a gang of women, I mean, I guess you can fight back. Yeah.
I'm just thinking, to what extreme extent can you, you know, start curling up the fingers?
Start arthring your fist.
Yeah.
I think
Because it
we-
seems like we're on our own.
Okay,
Like,
see,
I
okay.
can get knifed and I can't do anything.
Well,
back.
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it
Let's
feels
not,
like.
Okay, see, here's the thing. Let's
I'm
not
going
get it
extreme.
misconstrued.
I know.
Let's not get it misconstrued. Okay. I have a huge gripe with any man who can openly hit a woman,
Mhm.
embarrass a woman, talk shit. Like I cannot condone that at all. But if a woman fights you,
Mhm.
I don't see a reason why you can't fight back.
Have you seen this before, where you see two people in argument and the woman like throws like a dish at the guy or something like that? I've seen that
never
before.
Seen that.
Yeah,
No,
I've
never
seen that before, and that was like, and in those, and the guy didn't do anything. I know, which is good, but it's like sometimes I feel in my head like it's super unfair for the easy reaction to something of a verbal argument is for the lady to do something physical and
That's not always the
expect
case.
nothing in return.
That's not always. The
I've
case.
seen that. I've not seen that in the opposite direction. Like I've always seen argument, yelling. The lady throws something physical at the dude.
Again, I believe in equal opportunity.
Yeah.
So if a woman strikes you first, I don't like if a woman or a group of women are fighting you. If it's just the woman by herself, and she's like actively fighting you after you've tried to stop her, I don't see an issue with you hitting her back once. There's a difference between defending yourself and beating a woman up.
Yeah,
There's
just
a huge
for
difference.
shits. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't do that.
Like
obviously.
you can like if a woman's trying to fight you and you try to restrain her, you try to restrain her, you try to like get her to stop and all this shit, and she continues to try to fight you.
Yeah.
Your last resort should be hitting her.
Now, why should it get to that? Like you have to
It shouldn't.
restrain the person.
because
Shouldn't
why
there be? Shouldn't there be a a statement of saying there's no need to get to that physicality
Well,
where the
yeah.
guy has to restrain you?
Yeah, there shouldn't be a reason.
Yeah, but
it
I
happens.
rarely hear it though.
But it happens.
What?
Like an argument can lead into a fight. It happens.
To a physical fight?
Yeah, it happens. Like ideally, we might not want that. An argument settles whatever happens. Yeah, in a beautiful world, yeah, that's perfectly fine. But physical altercations happen all the time, and it's not up to us to decide when that happens. It's up to the individual.
Okay.
Because you're saying you don't understand why it gets to beating.
Yeah. I'm saying I don't know why when an interaction gets heated and it's verbal that it doesn't stay that way. Because
Human beings are human beings.
yeah. And so okay, so if that's the statement for that hypothetical, then I also don't see the equality of, well, if that's true, then when the guy becomes the first one to get physical, it's a problem.
That is a problem.
But if the girl becomes physical first, it's not a problem.
That is a problem.
Okay, so that's where
I
my
think
next.
both of them
That's
are
where
a
my
problem.
next.
I think
they both are?
I think they're both a problem.
Okay.
I think a woman doesn't need to get physical with a man if he's not getting physical with her.
Okay,
I don't think there's a reason to do it.
but you've seen it though,
yeah, you
because I've seen it all the time.
I've seen it a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And and I think it's more socially unacceptable for a man to strike first because a man, in general, can usually overpower a woman.
Okay.
Okay, so that's an issue.
And if okay.
Now, if a woman were to start first, again, because a man can usually overpower a woman, as far as strength is concerned, a man should be able to stop a woman or restrain her or try to stop her
Okay. Okay.
before he gets physical.
Okay. Now I'm adding something else in too, where from that statement where you say generally most men are stronger and should be able to restrain than a woman. I've been in conversations where if a statement like that is said and it's not relating to being, like a fight or argument, just in general, guys are normally stronger than women. I would hear immediately, no, that's not true.
I said generally most guys are stronger than
Yeah,
women.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a valid statement.
Yeah, and I've been in circles where, if that statement is said in that format,
Fuck
it's
'em.
looked at as like,
Yeah, they're stupid.
Okay.
It's true. Generally, most men are stronger than women.
Okay.
I'm not lying about that. That is true. That is absolutely true. Like, I don't have any facts or numbers or statistics to support that.
okay,
But I mean, if you look at an average man to an average woman, you can see that a man is usually a bigger, stronger individual than the
Okay.
woman.
and I'm not disagreeing. I just know that in certain circles, I would hear a unfairness, like, oh, why did you say? It would be taken as,
and I'd be like, because it's true.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not being sexist.
Okay.
I'm not being chauvinistic.
Right.
I'm not saying that men are better than women. I'm saying that generally men are stronger than women. Stronger, physically stronger. I'm not saying we're better creatures, better individuals than women. I'm saying just physically, in strength, a man usually is stronger than a woman.
okay,
Has nothing to do with masculinity. It has nothing to do with superiority. It's strictly based on strength.
okay,
Because women are smarter than men. Usually that's true. Generally speaking, yes, a woman can generally be smarter than a man, because we think with two heads as opposed to one.
okay.
We are very carnal creatures, and sometimes we don't. We think with appendages rather than with our.
Well, in that aspect, but I feel like when it's judged on just smartness in general, what are we relating that smartness to? Like, are we figuring out how a plug plugs into a socket kind of smart thing, or like where's the judgment coming from of backing up the statement that women are
Rationale?
So in the
Rationally,
statement
I think
of
a woman
rationality,
is more rational than a
yeah,
man.
but how does that cover the term smart? Because that was a
Well,
statement,
then you
right?
want to
I'm
get.
getting.
You're
I
trying
know.
to be specific.
I know.
You're trying to be.
I know, but everybody says that, Joe.
Let's speak verbatim then. Okay. As far as intelligence when it comes to rationality, if you want to get specific, Keenan, a woman is smarter than a
Most
man.
people aren't. They're not. They just.
You always do this.
Everybody
You always
generalizes
wanna fucking-
everything. I just question.
How is me generalizing women are smarter than men?
I'm just. I'm challenging the statement. That's all I'm doing. I'm not disagreeing, and I'm not agreeing. I mostly agreed with you anyway. I challenged. Somebody has to challenge the statement. If nobody challenges the statement,
challenges
the
me.
women will run the world. No, just
Hey
kidding.
man, we'd probably be better off. We would absolutely be better off if a woman ran the world.
Maybe I would finally get a
If
girlfriend.
women
they ran the world?
we'd probably be better. Well, I would say we most likely would be better off.
I would agree in the most likely part because women are also human beings. And human beings, as we said in the beginning of the show, are some fucked up people.
Yes.
So just because you're a woman doesn't make you doesn't enhance the situation a whole lot better because you're a human being and you'll do some human being shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But
We know we're trash. That's what it was, trash. That's right. Humans are trash,
Humans are trash.
both men and women. And I guess in this statement that we're talking about, men are a little bit more trash than women. But
I think
for the most part, all humans, all humans are messed up and are trashy.
Here's the fucked up part. Men rule this world. It's fucked up. It's true. Most
On the surface, right? Behind every good man is a good woman, right?
yeah,
Okay.
sure. Um, but yes, men rule this world. A lot of nations are ran by men. Um, most leaders are men. But if you see like a lot of the female leaders in their countries, respective countries, are doing pretty well.
Doesn't Germany have
And
a female
yeah,
leader?
Yeah.
And Venezuela or something?
No, not
That's
Venezuela.
one of those
Definitely
one?
not
Okay,
Venezuela.
shit.
No, no.
I thought some Latin country has like a female president or. Damn it. Okay, I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'll look it up.
But fuck, where was I going?
Oh,
Yeah, fuck.
women better than men?
Yes,
Okay.
no. It's this world is ran by men.
Yeah, okay.
And I feel like if women were given the opportunity to be leaders, this world would definitely be a better place. Um, because we seem to just men, we just want fucking power and wealth and pussy. Some men want penis, and that's okay too. Some men want both, and that's okay too.
Okay.
But women would definitely be better leaders. Some men want drugs too.
Well, women want drugs too, don't they?
Mexican presidents want drugs too.
Oh my god.
Women want drugs, sure. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I don't know.
I feel like we're both equal because we're humans. Yeah. I know we're seeing the worst because we're men and we see that because men's been running it. But I feel like, part of me feels like if everything was reversed from the get go, we would be sitting here going, man, when men
those
rule the world,
Amazonian queens. There's
the world might be better with men running or something like that. Like
repressing us.
I feel like I agree that it's super.
I'd
shitty
rather
for men.
have that.
We just don't know. We have no idea.
I
This is
I
again-
would love to experience that. I would love to experience that.
Yeah,
Because for my whole lifetime, I've
you
seen
know
men
it as
ruling-
men. Yeah,
I've known as men ruling this.
We don't
fucking
know
world,
what
and
it's like
so
for
fucked up.
Yeah, we don't know what it's like. So it could be bad. It's a 50-50.
And I would be more than open to experiencing it.
Yeah.
I'd love to experience it.
Yeah.
Like I think we'd definitely be far better. I think if women ruled the world or ran the world, because ruling is a very heavy
It's a men
word.
thing to say, Joe.
It is. It absolutely is. See, it's because we're fucking.
I never said
We live
that.
in this patriarchy that's all fucked up.
Yeah.
No, but I think we would see. The world a lot more fairly, maybe. Consider the fact that we oppress women so much just in our laws in itself, like abortion, equal pay, even like time off. Like here in the United States, a woman can go into what's that shit called?
This is just for the United States, though. I mean, do other countries have better supportive laws?
Some
if you
do,
know?
yeah, some
Okay.
do. But okay, just even in the United States,
Okay.
when women go into what's that shit called? Leave. What kind of leave is that?
Maternity leave?
Maternity leave. There you go.
Damn, you don't know our female culture
No,
at
I
all,
couldn't.
Joe.
I was drawing a blank.
You Neanderthal
When they
man
go-
of you.
Shut the fuck up, man. I'm trying to fucking prove a point here. Maternity leave. They get their pay cut and all this shit. And yes, having a child is a choice for the most part. If you get pregnant, it's a choice that you want to do it. But the laws, some of the laws that we see as far as like going on maternity leave and how long you have to be on maternity leave, it's so restricted. And even like because I think you only get like 6 to 8 weeks
This is a government mandated
Yeah.
law? Oh, okay.
where they can pay you, and even then when you're on that leave, you only get paid like a certain percentage of whatever your wages are. And then when you come back, you have to, or some women come back because they're afraid that their bosses are just going to cut them off and say,
Right
hey,
after
well,
they give
yeah.
birth. Okay.
Yeah, so some don't even take their whole time because they're afraid that their bosses are going to cut them off.
Right. Right.
So there's that example of like extend the maternity leave, extend paternity leave,
Do
even
companies
that.
have
And
to do
I
that?
feel like if women ran the system, like they'd be like a little more open to making sure that the fathers got some time to spend with their children before they had to go back to work as well.
Would they, Joe?
I feel so.
I just,
Yeah.
I just-
What mother doesn't want to
I'm
have a
messing
good
with you,
partner?
of
No,
course.
I know,
Oh,
but
okay.
for the sake of us
Yeah.
continue
Yeah.
to talk about this,
Yeah.
I'm not chastising you, but I'm saying like what mother would not want to have their partner be there as their in the first couple of months
Unless they were a
of
shitty dude.
yeah, but if a dude's a shitty dude, then it doesn't even matter. Fuck the dude.
Yeah.
Like, who cares what the fuck the dude's doing?
But if he's a nice guy,
Yeah, but if he's a good partner,
mm,
who's really caring, why not allow that man? Because even how it is for paternity leave, when you go into paternity leave, you only get like a couple of weeks.
so for right now in this current age in America, a guy can't see his kids for the first couple of weeks or something like that. You can't take. Oh, you're flipping the script. Okay, never mind.
What?
Because you're talking about why wouldn't a woman want to have her man there to see the kid for the
Yeah, why wouldn't we want extended maternity
Extended
leave so a
maternity.
mother could be with their child for the most crucial
Yeah.
portion of their life, which is the birth and the first few months, which are incredibly vital. Anything could happen. So if you're only giving a woman a couple of months off, like anything could happen in that once they're mandated to go back to work,
Yeah.
anything could happen to that child because it's only been a couple of months.
Yeah.
When you have a puppy, you have to hold the puppy eight weeks at least before you can separate them from their mothers. At least 8 weeks before or something bad could happen to the pup.
Huh.
So why are we giving mothers the same time that we would give dogs?
Because we care about dogs more. Or
Where's the
animals more.
rationale in that? Like,
I think there was something else about that in history. Like, they got some type of weird, crazy rights that we don't have. I gotta look that
again,
up.
like it's crazy.
Some wild
Like,
shit.
no, give mothers and fathers as much time as they need to be with their child to make sure that the child is fine. And I think we get taxed so much through city and federal taxes and all that we should be able to fund that. We should be able to allow parents to have their time with their kids.
Yeah.
And I feel because we as men run this world that we don't think about that. We're not like actively like, oh well,
Because we didn't give birth to it or
exactly
all that stuff. Yeah.
So I think if women did, they'd understand a little more, or they'd be a little more
Oh yeah, willing, understanding. Yeah. I totally get it. To keep this conversation going, I will play devil's advocate.
play devil's advocate.
Okay.
I'll tell you to fuck off.
Fuck you, Joe.
Whatever your rationale is.
I'm not
for that-
rationaling. Kiss
I know.
my ass, man.
I know you're saying be devil's advocate.
Yeah.
What are you gonna
I'm
say?
talking from the business perspective.
Yes. Tell me.
People who run businesses only care about the money, right?
Yes.
So, how much money is the company making when somebody's not there for a long period of time?
It doesn't matter. They pay insurances.
Based
they
on,
pay taxes.
I'm talking based off of
exactly
the money lost, right?
What money are you losing that the employee's
I
not
don't
there?
know. I'm trying to see what
I
justification
know
they
you're
have for
playing
not
devil's advocate.
for not
I'm
paying.
telling you what is it? What are they losing?
I'm pretty sure that companies are losing some type of money, or else they wouldn't have these mandates, right? Like, why would you have? Like, I don't understand why there wouldn't be something in place for that. The company doesn't lose money. Like, you're saying that if I have several employees who are out of the office, there's some insurance I have that
There is
covers
insurance.
that covers them not being there.
There is.
So, how does the insurance pay for my profit? Because these people here help with the profit of the company, right?
Yeah, but it's not all employees that are out.
I know. I'm just not all employees, just the one. Like,
How much could you actually be losing by paying somebody $16 an hour and they're not
I
fucking
don't know if
there
it
40
is it
hours?
that kind of company. I mean, is this a company based thing, or are you talking like every single company follows these rules?
Every single company should follow the rules. It's a law.
It's a law.
Yes, labor laws exist.
Well, I don't fucking know. I'm trying to find out what's going on
Are you
here.
telling
So,
me you've never been in the business and you've never seen like their labor law
well,
poster?
the real question is, do I read those labor
You
laws
don't,
that are in
because
the
they're all
business?
stated there. They're all there.
Yeah. So
Yes.
there's a law that says the company has to um, give a person maternity leave for a certain amount of time
Hmm.
and a certain amount of pay. But the company has to abide by those laws, or can the company extend the paternity or increase the pay? Because if that's true, then it's up to the company, not the government.
The government has laws that the companies have to abide by.
Yeah, so they don't fuck
Anything
over the
after
employee.
that
Yeah, is up to the
is up to
company.
the employer.
Okay,
Correct.
so the real strife is up with these companies who like penny pinch every dollar, who
No,
can't
the
just give
real
out.
strife is with the government doing the bare minimum.
Well, isn't this
Because if the government is stating these bare minimums,
right?
then the companies are going to abide by the bare minimum.
And why
Of
is
course they
that?
are.
Why is that?
Why are they going to abide by the
Yeah,
bare minimum?
yeah,
Because they're companies and they're trying to profit.
exactly. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
and
But
what
you're
I'm
and
saying
yeah.
is laws should be strengthened. Laws should be, because then the companies would have to abide by those laws.
Well, why can't you get upset at the company just doing the bare minimum?
Because the company can do the bare minimum of what it is.
But why are you okay with that and not just say the company should do more than the bare minimum?
Because we can't expect companies to do better, but we can expect governments who we pay to do better. We should expect governments who we pay to do better. That's 100%. Because we're citizens of a country and we pay taxes, and we pay taxes every year on top of all the city and state and federal taxes that we also pay throughout the year. So yes, a government should do better for their people. It's not the company's uh,
Responsibility?
responsibility to do that,
Why not?
because they're companies. They're owned by
Yeah.
individuals.
Yeah,
They
but
don't have.
but you're upset at somebody who's forcing somebody
I'm
who should
upset-
do something they should do in the first place. Like you're
You have, but you.
why are
can-
you justifying the
can-
company to be, oh yeah, you can do whatever you want to your employees, but now we need these people to tell you what I really want you to do.
Yes, because I pay the government. Of course, I'm going to be mad at the government who doesn't do better for their people.
Well, why not? Why not the company do better for their people? Because the people in your own company,
Mhm.
why aren't you saying you should be doing better? Because I help you make money. I'm providing this company to exist.
Yes, you hold companies to
So
a certain
accountable.
expectation. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Of
So
course.
everybody should be doing that for their company.
No, but the companies don't have to do that because they're companies. They're private companies. These companies don't have to abide by their employees if they don't want to.
But it sounds like you're supporting the idea that these companies can treat their employees however they want, and the
It's not
employees
however
can't-
they want. It's
'Cause
to
they're-
whatever
'cause
the
they're-
government standards are. So it's the responsibility of the government to raise those standards, because then the company will be forced to to abide by those standards. I don't have to work at a company that I don't like, but I have
Yeah.
to live in a country that I live in, that I pay
Yeah.
taxes to.
I think we're getting off
I
something different
think
because
you want me to have you want me to expect you want me to have higher expectations of a company that's privately owned, for their employees, when they don't have to, because they're private companies.
but your basis is off of contributing to something, and that's something for the government is paying taxes, and for your company that's providing your actual time and energy and whatever else you do that. Like I feel like you're contributing to both entities in different ways, but they're still very similar. Like you're giving something to them.
And they pay me.
Yeah, but you're your treatment for the company, I feel, should be the same treatment that you have for the government.
I don't
But
think so.
but I feel like you're putting in something there for the company that's uh, that I'm not sure why it's not being
I don't
treated
think so.
equally. Like,
No,
because
because
this capitalist thing that you have going, like that's that. Like,
I don't think.
I'm not
Well,
sure.
because I don't think that I have to that I have to hold the same standards for a company because those are.
Like you as a company, if you were a company,
I
you
provide them a
wouldn't.
service and they pay me whatever
Yeah.
their rules are. I'm agreeing to when I work for the company. Whatever their standards are, I'm agreeing to when I work for the company.
The company standards.
Yes.
And
You working for a company,
yeah,
you're going in there understanding what their standards are and what their rules are. Are you not? If you're joining a company, are you not working for them? So you're not immediately like working for a company not knowing what the fuck they do or what their rules are or anything, right?
okay,
Do you not?
yes,
So why are you going to after the fact they've already hired you and paid you?
yeah.
Then why are you going to complain about their standards if you already knew what you were getting into when you started?
If
Prior to you starting.
if I have an issue with it, yeah. If
But why are you going to work there?
No, I'm agreeing with you on that part. Like, why would I be a part of a company that I
So
don't
why
know?
am I gonna hold them responsible when I already knew what they were about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if why would you? But then why would you have somebody hold responsibility for them for knowing what they're all about too? Like that same thing can go for the government. Like
No,
why would you? Why would
because
you?
we're supposed to hold our government to a higher standard because we pay the government.
Okay, so the higher standard you're talking about, I don't see why that is not the same for your company. Like you said, you go into this company knowing what they do,
Yes.
and you're just saying, "Well, I know what they do, so
I know what
whatever,
they do. I know
whatever,
what their rules
whatever
are. I know
happens,
what their
happens." Yeah, and then some year later, they screw you over for
no,
some.
no, I'm not saying that.
Well, no, I'm saying like if you find something you don't like about the company, and then you go to the government and go, "Well, you should monitor these guys because they're treating me unfairly."
I never said that either.
Okay,
I
so
never said that either.
but you're
I'm not saying monitor the company I work for because they're not better than what the standards you gave them are.
that's what the labor laws you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
I'm
you're
not.
saying.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying companies are going to do what their bare minimum is, and sometimes they exceed that because there are companies who pay far above whatever minimum wage is. They give you better insurance than what the minimum is. So there are companies that do that. There are some that don't.
Right.
What I'm saying is the government should put in place a higher standard for anybody employed to a company, right? They should put in place these laws that are better. That way, these companies can raise that bar too.
Okay, so this better standard is based off of what is the like what you consider bare minimum could be not a bare minimum for somebody else. Like what makes the qualification of something better than what it was before for everything?
Oh,
Like,
what are you talking? What in
I mean,
relation to what?
specifically, we're talking about
Maternity
leave, but I'm pretty sure when you're talking about the government changing the standards go across
Raising
a
them.
whole bunch of other shit besides maternity leave, right?
We're talking specifically about maternity leave, though.
Okay, because so if you're talking about raising, so when you're making the statement about the government should hire the standards of the companies, it's only for maternity leave because that's the only
I'm saying
topic we're talking about.
specifically,
Because
yeah.
it sounds
Right now,
like
specifically, we're
it
talking
sounds
about
like you're
maternity leave.
generalizing what the government should mandate for companies, which is across the board for a whole bunch of shit besides maternity leave.
Well, there are a lot of things.
But we're sticking to maternity leave for just this one,
For the sake
for
of
the sake of this
conversation?
conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because it seems like you were going into like for more than just maternity leave.
I think you can. You can make that statement.
But that's where I was coming in, where it's like
When it comes to pay, when it comes to employees' rights,
yeah,
I think if the government were to raise those standards,
Mm-hmm.
companies would have to abide by that.
Okay, I'm. We'll have to come back to it because I'm not. I'm getting something totally different.
What are you getting?
I said
want to
I'll have to come back to it.
I want to understand what you're getting.
See,
out of
Philly,
this.
I said it, and he's not agreeing to it. So fuck you, Philly.
No, I'm trying to understand what you're what you don't get by me.
So
you want to hold the company more accountable
I
than the government. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm questioning your outrage towards
For
what
the
I
government
feel
over
is
a
the
company?
wrong party.
I don't think
I
so.
feel like the wrong party. Your outrage should if we have this idealization that who we give our taxes to should monitor a lot of the stuff that involves in our lives. Okay, but it shouldn't stop there. It shouldn't be like they're the ones because now they're technically the company. They're technically who you're wanting to make all these changes for, and the company. I guess you're assuming there'll be some enforcement that they have to follow by, but it doesn't seem like. Uh, it it seems like it's. I feel leading towards strongly towards the wrong side. Like I think
So
your efforts.
you would rather be mad at your employer than the government when the government is the one who
I
can tell the employer what to do?
I think so. I think so because
I don't know. I gotta disagree with you.
You can't if you're
Like I said,
It-
when you
it- when-
join a company as an employee, you
Yeah,
already know what their standards
but
are.
if you know what their standards are when you join them, then why are you changing? Why are you having some outside source making the change for you?
I'm not saying for myself. I'm saying for people in general. I think you're misunderstanding that I'm speaking for myself and the company that I work for. I'm not talking about the company that I work for.
No.
I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about somebody working at McDonald's who makes minimum wage, who gets pregnant and then has to go on maternity leave and then they have to go back to work because they're afraid of losing their job. That's what I'm talking about. When the government, who we pay all of our taxes to, can say, hey, everybody has to abide by these labor laws and we're raising them now. Now a mother can take up to 4 months, 6 months, 8 months off if she needs to. And
Okay.
that's absolutely fine. And that's the new standard. So now all these companies have to abide by it. I don't see how that could why I would be angry at an employer over the government who wants to do the bare minimum, doesn't care
'Cause-
about their people, about their citizens who pay them their money.
It's still the direction of it's still understandable that they need to do something, but it's also it doesn't seem right that you can just bypass whatever the company does to you. Like for I mean
Again,
I'm
I'm not
not
speaking for myself or my employer. I'm not.
I'm not
I'm
talking
speaking
about
for the people who don't have
Yeah.
the luxury of being able to take X amount of time off because their employer is dope as shit and said, hey, take this extra time off. I'm not speaking for those people.
Well, let's focus on just the statement of you saying you should know what you're getting into when you go into that company.
You do know what you're
Because
getting into
when
you're
you-
working for the company.
Yeah, but when you say it like that, you make it sound like these people that we're talking about for people who are pregnant and maternity leave, they should already know what they're getting into when they're working at McDonald's for, $12 an hour.
Mhm.
And so when you make a statement like that, it almost dismisses whatever outrage you have towards the government because you're saying these people should already know what they're getting into. So why are they complaining? That's what it sounds like when it's coming from your words, when we're sticking to that statement of they know what they're getting into when they signed up for that company. That's what it sounds like.
Yes, they
that
do.
they can't complain because they know what they're getting into.
I'm
But
not
here
saying,
you are
no, I'm not
saying-
saying that they can't complain.
I thought-
well, no. See, I think you really are misunderstanding what I'm saying. Like my gripe is, specifically with maternity leave and paternity leave, is that because the government standards are so low, companies abide by those standards.
Because they
And
don't
to
want to
them,
do anything extra.
They don't necessarily have to do anything extra.
Right.
Now, if the government were to raise those standards, then the companies have to raise their standards as well.
So why can't,
Therefore allowing their employees to take longer time off.
and that's where my question is coming from, of why can't the company not do?
Many do,
Okay.
many do, but there are those who don't.
Right.
And what I'm saying
You
is,
want a
if
system in place for the people who don't do it to do it.
Yeah, there are plenty of companies who say, "Hey, take longer." There, if you work, especially if you work for like a big corporation or these big, Salesforce or fucking Oracle or these tech companies and all these, they have I'm sure they have great maternity leave options, and they have insurances and all these things.
But Safeway doesn't.
But somebody like Safeway, somebody like McDonald's, who really have just worker ants,
Right.
they don't care. So whatever their minimum is what it is. So what I'm saying, be angry at the government because they're not raising that standard so that these other companies can abide by those. That's where we should be angry, because we do pay these taxes. We do have elected officials who don't fight for the better good of their people, their constituents. It has nothing to do with the company. The company's doing what they have to do, what they can do to run their business. And of course, the company's gonna capitalize on doing the bare minimum if that's what they have to do.
Is that acceptable?
It is, because that's the company.
Well, I mean, not because what's happening now, but you feel it's acceptable as Joe that a company should abide by the bare minimum.
Again,
yeah,
there are plenty of companies who do more than the bare
minimum. Of course. But I'm saying
we can't expect everybody to do the right thing always.
But so that's why the government's in place, because
that's why the government, who we pay our taxes to, should be implementing better laws to help employees over employer.
So, are you expecting that the government should always be doing?
If we're paying them, yes, absolutely.
Shit,
raising standards.
You made a statement that was like, I feel like that can go towards the government as well. Shit, we'll have to rewind. I forgot.
I'm saying we should hold our government more accountable than we do corporations, because corporations they're providing services. In the end, they're providing services that we consume. So if you work for them, then you're following whatever standards they have, because you're employed by them.
And see, that's where our indifference, of my opinion, is at, where I feel like we should also hold the standards of the company as well as the government.
And again, there are some companies who do go above that standard, and then there are some who don't.
Right.
And of course, we can't control that, because each company is owned and operated differently.
But the only way you think we can control it is if we use the government.
The government lays these standards, say, hey, this is what's happening across the board for everybody in this country. Then these businesses who do the bare minimum will raise that minimum and do better for their employees.
Okay.
I think that's a pretty good argument. You might not agree with it, but that's what makes us best friends. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the soapbox portion of our argument. I mean,
fuck big corporations. Oh.
You just mad at the man in general. No, fuck you.
Fuck the man. Fuck everything.
You're mad at businesses.
Well,
they haven't treated you better.
Well, no, they haven't. But I'm also big on how people phrase and say the way they say, just to make sure that their statements and everything. Well, I mean, it took us 30 minutes to make sure.
I've been saying the same thing the whole time.
So was I. But you can't see me. I can't see you. Where's Philly?
John Cena. And with that, we've come to the soapbox portion of our show. For those of you just tuning in, the soapbox portion is when we, any speaker that we have or any guest, get a moment to speak on whatever we want to speak on, whether it's promoting something, shouting someone out, venting.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I was taking a breath.
No, fuck you. Is this how the labor laws were enforced in the first place, where people at a company would challenge the company and the company did nothing, and so they went to the government?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say that in the first place? The unions.
Unions also came to
Yeah,
existence because of this.
because of that. Because they
Companies would
challenged the
take
company.
advantage of their
Okay.
employers, and
So it took us 40 minutes to get to that statement. Like, come on, Joe. I think you're
Fuck
better
you.
than this.
Fuck
Your arguments
you.
are bullshit.
My
Your
argument
IG has no drip.
solid. Nah, eat my chode.
History.
My fatty.
Anyway.
Fucking soapbox portion. It's Keenan's turn.
Oh, fuck
Keenan.
you, Joe.
Take it.
You got me yelling. Thankfully, the door is closed, bitch ass. I mean that in a nice, polite way. No, what do we agree? That we would say people are more dicks than they were pussies? Something like that. You're a dick. How about that?
I'd rather be a pussy.
That's right. That's right. My soapbox. Thanks for all the listeners. You're gonna have a real good one this episode with a nice doozy towards the last 40 minutes, which I always like. I need to find out.
You're telling the listeners after the
I
fact.
know.
So,
I'm thanking them for listening to our argument. I need more of that. It makes me feel alive. So look out for more of me picking on Joe for bullshit that I already agree with in the first 5 minutes. But thanks for listening, and thanks for being involved and sending us messages and stuff on IG. Please keep going. Tell everybody, tell your friends, family, tell people at your church, tell people who are not at your church after you convert them to your church. And then just let us know what you think about the show and get involved and get out there. Vote. Obviously, you want to vote. It's coming up, I think, November 3rd or something like that. November 3rd. See, I knew it. And then also, it's only one episode, but it's a good insight or I don't know, what do you call it? Know-how of these three ladies, which is pretty cool, on a podcast called Dick Talk and Mimosas. And I like the title too, which is kind of cool. Sounds like something we would come up with. So they're really awesome. And you can find them on, I think, the same platform as us with Spotify and maybe Anchor. I don't know if it's on all these other streaming platforms. But yeah, thank you for all. Fuck Donald Trump and fuck the police. Fuck Joe. Just fuck everything. Just fuck it. Joe's a Trump supporter. Bye.
I am anything but a Trump supporter. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
Oh, God.
Fuck Donald Trump. That piece of shit. Fucking. Fuck him. Anyway, thank everyone. Keenan really came in with a fucked up fucking attitude this Sunday. He was all like weird and shit, but you know, he vented a little bit. Maybe he might be a little better now. Want to thank everyone for listening. Huge shout out to Kevin and LAFC Film Club. I know Keenan doesn't care, but it's a pretty big deal for me that I'm going to be hosting an anime night. Something, you know, anyone who knows me knows how big of an anime fan I am. If there are 5 things that I love more than anything in the world, you know what? I'm not gonna there.
Oh my god! But none of our business. Say it.
No. You fucking. Why are you talking during my fucking soapbox?
Because I can't. You said 2 words on mine.
Fucking pass. Fuck! I lost my train of thought. Yeah. Anime and sci-fi. I'm gonna be doing anime sci-fi Mondays starting in November. Kicking off November 2nd with Cowboy Bebop, the movie. I might toss in another one. I'm still sifting through my collection of movies to see what I can do. Uh, Pretty dope. Keenan's gonna be taking over in 2 weeks for a couple of weeks while I'm away. That should be fun. Um, I'm so excited to just allow him to do this by himself. It's gonna be fucking fantastic. He's gonna kill it. I'm excited for him. Um, just masturbate. Just get out there. Well, not outside. You'll do it in the comfort of your home or in a hotel room. I miss this hotel room that I used to go to. It was on Santa Monica Boulevard for anyone who knows California. I'm not gonna say specifically where because it's my special place. It's a great hotel room. Sometimes have you ever like just been like have you ever just like randomly like rented a hotel room just because and just gone and stayed in a hotel just because? I don't know if it's fun. If for anyone who's ever just been interested in just like fuck it, blowing a couple bucks, I highly recommend just go to like a hotel. It doesn't have to be like a super fancy hotel. You can go to like I don't know, like a Holiday Inn or don't go to Motel 6 or anything below that because they're fucking trash and they're horrible and they're just like ugh. But hit a Radisson, hit a Holiday Inn, and just stay at a hotel for a night. You cannot understand how relaxing it is to just be able to go somewhere and not have to worry about cleaning the place, uh, not have to worry about cleaning the bathroom. You could drop a deuce in there comfortably. You could walk around naked comfortably with the AC cranked all the way to fucking 60 if you wanted. Um, and just delightful. Make sure you get one with a pool. That way you can check into the hotel room. Hit the pool, maybe the sauna if they have one. If they have a restaurant, even better, because you don't have to go anywhere. You can just eat in your room or go downstairs to whatever restaurant they have, eat there, and then go back up. And if they have a bar, even better. Oh man, staycations are legit. Just stay at a hotel. Um, do me a favor, just go rent a room at some hotel, and then just if you get a free weekend, just go do it. You don't have to travel anywhere. Just find a decent hotel in your area and just go and I guarantee you'll love the experience. They're just delightful. Um, just being able to just do that. That's fucking great. Um, yeah, and fucking imprison the fucking murders of Breonna Taylor for sure, and all fucking people of color who've been unjustly killed by police. Cause fuck the police, like, and fuck the system that they protect, and fuck Donald Trump, and get a fucking hotel room somewhere, get a king size bed. You can just spread out in it, and just be comfortable. And if you're down with Bad Boy, then fuck you too. This has been episode 92 of the None of Our Business podcast. Hey. We thank you, you fucks. We love you. Like, share, subscribe to everything and anything that we do. Everything we do is gold. Keenan is a fucking whiz at this video and graphic shit. I fucking come up with some dope ideas, and I'm just fucking a dope ass host. Keenan's decent. We get by. He gets by on his looks. I'm a great host.
I come up with some of the dumbest shit and the greatest shit to argue about.
You're the best.
Where you don't even need to. I was told, and I love it, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I was told that, oh shit, and you can give John some shit for this. I'm forgetting what he said to me, but it was like he was saying like that was some like a damn it, John, you're gonna kill me for this guy. I can't remember. It was like that's not a hill you need to die on or something like that. You know that statement, that phrase? where it's like it's an argument you can't win. But I like creating those, so I'm a good host for that because it would be a boring show if I didn't do that. Because Joe's boring, and he's been doing this for a while, and he still hasn't got any better. Can't come up with shit.
You wish I was boring. I'm fucking dope. You're tripping. Real quick, guys. Boston has been defeated by Miami, so we're gonna be seeing the Lakers and the Heat go at it next week for the NBA Finals. You heard it here first. Nugget. You heard it here first.
He wanted bad.
Heat in 4. Heat in 4. I'm glad the Lakers beat the Nuggets, but I'm sad the Nuggets didn't beat the Lakers. So it's like a catch-22. Make sure you fucking vote. Let's get this fucking orange fuck out of that fucking White House. And then we can pick up all the pieces from there. Keenan is killing it on the ones and two. Season 6 of Call of Duty Warzone Battle Royale is coming.
A few hours tomorrow.
It's gonna be out tomorrow. It's gonna be dope.
Sure.
Subway's open. You're gonna be able to travel through the subway.
Don't use helicopters, vehicles. Put silence on your guns. Don't run around and be crazy.
Call outs. Make sure you
call outs. Ping.
Make sure you ping all the time.
Every time.
Don't just say over there
or
just
something.
Ping it.
Yes. Double tap up or
always run in twos.
Yes.
Always protect your homie. Have your boy 6.
Yes.
Or your girl 6. Whatever.
You don't always have to get the recon. You can get a bunch of bounties. Practice.
Yeah, and you don't always have to land on a contract. You can just sometimes land in a generally regular space
and then go after them somehow. There's methods and ways. You don't always have to follow whatever hot new Instagram star or Twitch dude who does some shit and you think that's the standard. No.
Yeah. Also, optics aren't always necessary.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't need a scope. Sometimes you can just run it with the iron sights.
Yes. And if you do have no silencer, be sure to make a few pops and then move somewhere else. Don't be staying in that same area and going crazy.
In the same spot. Yeah. Always move around. I made that mistake a lot.
That's right. Gulag boys.
Gulag boys.
Rooftop boys.
Stadium boys.
Liddy boys.
Liddy boys for life. My guy.
You created that. That's yours. Hey. I'm gonna get a tattoo that says that.
Liddy boys.
Balzita.
Bolsita gang. Zaga la bolsita.
We got everything.
We're everywhere.
Eat your sorry. Eat your woman out.
Suck your man's D.